Jacksonville pool owners and a Blue Haven pool.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Checkmate coatings. Your floor's missing piece. Premium flooring. Take our advice. Home of business. Affordable price. Driveways, pool decks, garage doors, beautiful patios, and more to explore. Checkmate coatings. Your floor's missing piece.
What does your dream backyard look like? Hey, it's Joe C. and my friends at CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living can design an outdoor kitchen layout custom built to your taste and lifestyle. You dream it, they can build it. CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living. Visit CSSOutdoor.com.
And welcome back to another episode of Potty Talk with our current champion. So what's your secret to your perfect plumbing proficiency?
It's simple, really. Roland Reach Plumbing is always the right answer.
Roland Reach Plumbing, 260-7059.
The Drill.
From the DivorcemenOnly.com studios.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Coogan Nation. Time to rise and shine and start your day with Duval Sports Media Big Steppers. Dan Hicken. You know it! Jeff Proctor.
It's a big deal.
Gosh, it sure is a big deal.
And E to the T.
E.T. is in the booth.
Rise and shine. It's go time on a Monday morning. I guess rise and shine and grab that umbrella. All that rain we've been waiting for to arrive with a vengeance, but we'll muddle through a slick Monday morning. Keep it safe out there, Googans. We've been sitting in this chair long enough to know we go a little bit, bat crazy when it starts to rain. So let's keep between the lines. Give yourself a little extra time this morning, and we're all arrived safe and sound. Well, minicamp number one in the books. And, as you might expect, here is a sampling of the headlines. Jaguars rookie minicamp, Hunter looks the part. What Jaguars reporter saw, Travis Hunter and fan buzz. Travis Hunter shows out at live Jacksonville Jaguars minicamp. Do you need any more? I didn't see the headline I was longing to see. Grass just sounds different when Travis Hunter runs on it. Elite taping of the fingers pre-workout. Never seen a prospect stretch like Travis Hunter. Didn't quite get to that level, but certainly no reason to dim the enthusiasm. We don't know anything more today than we knew on Thursday. This is the draft class. They're out there running around, getting familiar, with the process, with the situation, with the personnel, with the playbook. There's a plan in place for Travis Hunter to play both offense and defense. I really thought about this over the weekend. E.T., good morning, friend. I'm starting, the more I lean into this, the more I start to believe it. There's no plan here to play Travis Hunter full-time on offense and then a smattering of plays on defense. We're going to see this guy out on the field just about every play on both sides of the ball. I believe that now. Maybe not right out of the gates. That's why you draft him. That's his value. He has shown the complete ability to this point to withstand that kind of workload, and I believe the Jaguars are going to give him that kind of workload until it looks like it's too much. That time isn't 6 years from now. It's right now. Coming off a Heisman Trophy and playing every snap, Power 4 football a year ago. He is an undeniable presence on both sides of the ball. He's going to be most likely the best cornerback on your roster and the best receiver on your roster. And if it so happens that he's the same guy, he's got to play. That was the value in trading for him. That's your second. That's the first round pick you sent next year to Cleveland. You can almost look at it in those terms. You sent Cleveland the two first round picks for Travis Hunter, who becomes in and of himself 2 first rounders. So, yeah, look, isn't it a sign already? We've gone through one mini camp of absorbing the playbook, and they've already said next week we'll get him in on defense. They're already getting him in on that side of the football. It just seems to get the value of the pick. It's not to take this unbelievable dual threat weapon and closet half of the skill set, half of the production, half of the dominance, half of the value. Now, look, you got to be smart. We're not naive here. Professional football is a complete different animal. The guys are bigger and faster and stronger. Your likelihood of getting injured is far greater in the NFL than in college. You have to prove to withstand the workload. But, man, as I sit here, I can't imagine a situation where he's barely playing on defense. I just can't. It's too valuable, man. Too valuable a weapon. Looks, again, it's silly to say anyone dazzled in what happened here over the weekend, but really coming out of one of these, curtain raisers, you just don't want any bad news. You don't want any injuries. You don't want what Cleveland saw this weekend with Mason Graham. You hear this story, E?
Oh, well, I saw videos of him, though.
Yeah, did you see one particular piece of video?
No.
Yeah.
I think we might be talking about the same one.
Where he threw up.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, my man's retching deep into his gut to throw up during minicamp, which just screams I'm not quite in shape, doesn't it?
The video I saw, that's just what I said. Like, he looked sloppy.
Sloppy. Slow and sloppy and puking in the middle of minicamp workouts. And
Ooh, we dodged a bullet.
I'm just saying, maybe we didn't. Maybe he's the real deal. But golly, I know this up in Cleveland. Part of their was, what were we doing? We've done it again. We've traded away Travis Hunter, who, by the way, it was wowing him on and off the field. These are awesome stories, man. I'm glad to see them publicized. But did you see the story of Travis Hunter flying back to Jacksonville from graduation?
I sure did.
So he gets a seat next to, I'll just call her little old lady.
Little auntie anime.
Yeah, he gets a seat on the plane next to the little old lady, and she's sitting next to him, and he's nice as can be. He's helping her with her bags and doing all the things that I would like to think most of us do when we're on a plane. But we give extra credit when it's someone who's got as much clout, I guess, is Travis Hunter, but he's being who, by all accounts, Travis Hunter is. A nice young man. And so he's helping the lady, and she's sitting there, and at this point, still thank you. And then she notices as people are getting on the plane. I'm assuming they're sitting in first class, by the way.
Yeah, that's what it looked like.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to guess. Well, as people are getting on the plane, she's noticing, this guy's getting all kinds of, hey, how you doing? Can I get a picture?
Congratulations.
Congratulations. And she's starting, okay, so what's going on here? And she looks at Travis, and he's still got on his graduation walking pants. You know what those are?
The pajama pants.
Yeah, some Jaguar PJ bottoms. And so she looks at him, and she says, well, so are you an athlete? And he says, yes, ma'am, I play for the Jaguars. I was drafted by the Jaguars. And she goes, okay, what's your name? He tells her? Travis. Nice. That right there is the most low-key, humble thing an athlete will say this year, E.T. When somebody asks him their name and he just looks at her, ma'am, Travis. Man, I don't know if you recognize the mountain of humility there is in just leaving that last name off. That's a lot of humility in just leaving that last name off. You know who I am, ma'am? I'm passenger sitting in 3D. Can I get your bag? Again, do you get bonus points? Yeah. How about, yeah, you do. Intangibly rich, my man, towards society. Boys, I don't know about you out there. I don't know about y'all, but you ever come off a weekend where you feel like you need a weekend? He's chuckling in there. Thought about you yesterday on Mother's Day, brother.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, you have a weekend. And listen, first I'm going to say this. To all my Googans out there in your 50s, maybe your 60s, all right? You got, and if it hasn't come yet, and there certainly are some of you who are in this category, it may be coming any day or it'll come in the near future. Boys, you got these joy bombs coming with grandkids, man. They're just the little wampus is just a joy bomb. Now, it can be exhausting when you get a part of a lot of the duties over the course of a few days. But, man, what a joy bomb y'all got coming on that. This grandparenthood is just what the cliche says. It's just what it is, boys. So whether you have them yet or you're enjoying them now or they're coming, man, they're just little joy bombs you're going to get dropped in on your life. You may turn me into a softie, E.
Oh, yeah?
Nah, wait till Monday, September 16th or whatever. So anyway, I just thought I'd share that. But back to the needing a weekend for a weekend. We've just, see, I call this like this little stretchy that goes from Christmas to Mother's Day. It's like murderer's row, man. Every time I turn around, I got some romantic obligation. And for me, it's more because my anniversary also falls into that stretch.
Okay.
So right now, man, I am free and clear. You ready? September 26th, that's my next one. That'll be Mrs. P's birthday. I'm good to go till then. But coming off of Christmas, then you go to Valentine's Day, and I had an anniversary in April. I got Mother's Day here in May. I mean, I'm out of ideas and cash, bro. And so there's probably a lot of you out there. Maybe you put her birthday into this stretch, or you had an anniversary in this stretch, but it's exhausting. This is where, and my guy does come through with some good life ideas along the way. And one of them is when you first start getting serious with your girl or your fella, for the Guganellas out there, you have a real conversation about ranking the importance of the holidays, so to speak. How important is birthday? How important is anniversary? How important is Valentine's Day? How, you know what I'm saying? You got to get them.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Because for some of them, they don't matter that much. You know, they don't need anything big. They're not looking for anything special. So you have that conversation and you kind of pare down and, you know, with a little bit more focus as you head on and off. Well, Liam Cohen and Travis Hunter did meet the media after some of the weekend action. So I'll let you hear from those guys as we move through this 6 o'clock hour. We will go through the wide world of sports. I can't do it with the Braves, man. I'm going to have to take a sabbatical again, gang. I can't do it, dude. The Pirates suck. You lose 2 out of 3. Can't score. Braves couldn't score in a women's prison. I mean, it's a joke, man. I'm just sick of it. So it's back to the point. It's just frustrating me, and I'm tired of like staying up and watching games, and I'm just sick of them, man. They're not terrible. Again, I'll stick by what I told y'all. You can watch if you want. They get to the All-Star break. The Braves are going to be 56-52. That'll be their record. We'll see what kind of deals. Hopefully by then, Acuna's back, Strider's back. People can stay healthy. You know, play for a while. But it's just maddening, man. These are bad baseball teams. You can't go take 2 out of 3 at Pittsburgh. Come on, man. So that's it. I'm going to go crazy, pop my eyes out my skull, bulge the veins in my forehead. I'm not going to invest all that emotion, but come on. Make yourselves watchable, boys. Rattle off some wins. Beat the bad teams. You know, another opportunity to get back to 500. Whoopee. You're still 5, 6, 7 games out of first, whatever it is. But, I mean, you don't get these back. You don't get these games against these crappy teams back. It's just show a little bit of DNA, boys. So I'm just super frustrated watching them, and it's not going to be a dadgum Braves report. And hallelujah, some of you are saying out there. That's where you cut to. That's where you cut to the meme, and the entire the GIF, and the entire sports bar erupts and cheers. There's not going to be a Braves report every morning in the 6 o'clock hour. They're just frustrating the crud out of me. All right, NBA playoffs. The Celtics did what they couldn't do the first 2 games, built a huge lead, and then stomped on the throat and put them out of their misery. But they did do that and stay alive. Of all the silly questions that I see go on the bottom ribbon as we watch ESPN's programming here in the morning, because they'll throw like the craziest things. The Lakers lose a series. Should the Lakers blow it up? Is it time for LeBron to change? Just these crazy overreactions. But they ran one before last Friday when we were sitting here that I thought it was a pretty good question. And that's, do you think the winner of Game 3 between New York and Boston wins the series? Like, certainly if the Knicks won and went up 3-0, that was it. I don't care how much better one team may be than the other, and I'm not saying one team is way better than the other, but, man, if you add up the level of lead that Boston has had overall in this series, it's just the Knicks had those 2 furious comebacks in Boston. The Celtics rebounded with authority on Saturday afternoon, and so I don't know what the final ended up being, about 20 points, but it was really worse than that. And so now it's 2-1, and, yeah, it kind of feels like, you know, I don't know if you could say that, though. Boston's still got to go win Game 4. It kind of feels like they will. The Cavs are going to do what Cleveland teams do, and they're going to underachieve. And they've had to play through some injuries, yeah, but back to near full strength. And now Donovan Mitchell goes out. He'd averaged over 40 in the first 3 games of the series, but didn't have him much at all the second half last night. Cavs lose by 20 at Indiana. Pacers are a really high-scoring team. If you didn't follow the NBA this year, and I don't blame you in the regular season, the Pacers, you look at the scoreboard this year, and the Pacers have games where they score 147, 138. I bet you, I'm not looking at it, but ET Google machine for me. Look up the NBA team scoring leaders this year. Like, in other words, the highest scoring team in basketball. You can probably just go to ESPN stats page, NBA team stats. But I bet you the Pacers are among the highest scoring teams in the league. They have those games where they get rolling, man, and really put the ball in the bucket. And did I see they had a 41-point lead at halftime yesterday?
High scored team is Cleveland Cavaliers.
Cleveland, isn't that something? What'd they average?
121 points per game.
Where is Indiana on the list?
Pacers 7th at 117 points per game.
121, 117. Boy, that shows the narrow margin. So whether it's matchups or early series injuries, Cleveland's in big trouble. About to do what Cleveland teams do and just, pour out a big bucket of sadness on the fan base because they're now down 3-1. They will go back to Cleveland, try and stay alive. Boston, I assume, plays at New York tonight. I haven't looked as far ahead on the NBA playoff schedule, but that would put them on pace. Golden State lost at home to Minnesota, so they've given away home court advantage in that one. No Steph, no chance, probably is how that thing is going to play out. So that's just a little bit of what was going on this weekend. We got much more ahead as we motor through here on a Monday morning. It's the Monday morning quarterback. Do we got Fred Taylor today, E?
Yeah, we should be.
Okay, so we're scheduled with the Monday morning running back. So we'll talk some football with Freddie T and more. So thanks for being up and at 'em with us. You're listening to 1010XL on 92.5 FM.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. Live play-by-play sports were made for radio.
Well, there is advertising worth the price of admission.
And 1010XL was made for you.
Lucas Tree Service is a certified arborist and a local family-owned business with over 45 years of experience. They specialize in tree removal, trimming, and stump grinding for both residential and commercial properties. Get prepared for storm season and receive top-notch customer service from Lucas Tree Service, 904-241-3533. Online at lucastreeservice.com.
All right, 6 o'clockers. I know you got a lot of contractors out on the road this morning getting those crews ready. And finding reliable subcontractors is key to project success. Well, guys, that's where Lloyd's Heating and Air shines. Not just your mechanical HVAC experts, but your partner understanding every facet of construction to keep that project on track. Lloyd spots issues early before they cause delays. So if you're a contractor with a need for reliability, visit LloydsHeatingandAir.com. Lloyd's Heating and Air, keeping you comfortable in every season.
This Saturday, Navy Mutual would like to salute all men and women that serve in our armed forces. In 1949, President Truman designated the third Saturday in May as Armed Forces Day due to the unification of all 5 branches of our military into the Department of Defense.
Committed to the mission. At Navy Mutual, we're committed to providing high-quality life insurance to members of the military and their families. Because at Navy Mutual, our highest commitment is to you. Visit NavyMutual.org.
Homeowners, storms don't wait, so why should you? Protect your home and your wallet with Universal Roof and Contracting. Save 15% on roof replacements and repairs now through May 31st. Financing is available with payments as low as $115. Call 855-ROOF-HELP for your free inspection. Universal Roof and Contracting. Protecting your home, building your trust. License number CCC 057165, CBC 1258484.
UniversalRoof.com. Are you 18 years or older, just got married, just got divorced, or have children? Listen up. Have you done your last will and estate planning? If you have questions, call Matt Hinson with the Hinson Law Firm. Reach him at 527-1700. Office is Jacksonville, Florida. And don't let the state decide your fate.
This spring, the action is nonstop at Best Bet St. Augustine. From heart-pounding daily high hands and tournaments to amazing table games promotions. But that's not all. Immerse yourself in the excitement of your favorite springtime sports at Aces Sports Bar, located in Best Bet St. Augustine. Enjoy a perfect blend of wings, beer, poker, and all the big games on our massive screens. For a full rundown of all the action and how you can be a part of it, visit bestbetjacks.com. That's bestbetjacks.com.
Yeah, that hits the spot. 1010XL, 92.5 FM.
Big Chief Tire offers affordable quality tires for every type of vehicle. Frank Frangie here. Whether you're looking for all-season tires, high-performance options, or something more budget-friendly, Big Chief has the perfect set to keep you rolling. Their expert technicians ensure your tires are installed quickly and safely so you can drive with confidence. Visit WeKeepJacksRollin.com or call 904-932-0950 to schedule your appointment and check out their unbeatable tire deals today. Big Chief Tire keeps Jacks rolling.
PRP treatment is kind of the thing these days, and in many cases, it eliminates the need for surgery. This is Sheridan Tootin, and my experience with PRP from Southeast Orthopedic Specialist has been nothing short of great. I'm really feeling much better now. Ask your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist doctor about PRP treatment.
This is Dr. Kevin Murphy with Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, where athletes are treated like pros.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Spring has sprung, and so have the bugs. It's Hayes Carline and my friends at Kingfish Pest Control offer an exclusive $99 spring special. That's right, your initial pest control service is just $99. And if you call today, they'll include a free one-time mosquito treatment. Kingfish Pest Control is family-owned, 5-star rated with no binding contracts and 100% satisfaction guarantee. Call them now to book your service. Only at Kingfish Pest Control, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
If you're ready to transform your yard with a fence that stands out, elevate your curb appeal with Superior Fence and Rail. Superior takes pride in offering first-class service, friendly installers, and unmatched fence products. Mention this ad and get $250 off your next project. It's time to get off the fence and call today.
When you're on the fence, about the fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
Rick Ballou for Coy Dental. That's right, Carlson Dental is now Coy Dental. Dr. Lee has been practicing there for 9 years, has purchased the company. The Coy Dental team still has the same great dentists and staff. And remember, if you get nervous visiting a dentist, don't. There's never a problem at Coy Dental. With light sedation for cleaning, then deep sedation for all your restorative needs. Coy Dental, 2 locations in Jacksonville.
Hey, I'm Tony from Tony D's Pizza. People ask me all day long, is it the water that makes the difference? Well, yes and no. Even water can't make a good pizza. It's the ingredients, too. The best tomatoes, the best flour, and the best cheese. Oh, and a lot of love. Tony D's New York Pizza, Bay Meadows and 295.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Back here on the drill, it's the Monday Morning Quarterback. We're live inside the horsemanonly.com studios, keeping nice and dry on what's a slippery, slick Monday. I think it's pretty much going to rain all day, isn't it?
Yep.
I don't pay much attention if I don't have outdoor plans. You know what I mean? And we're lucky enough to drive in nice and early before the traffic and the messes start. So, hey, let's don't get all the case of the moon days out there, gang. Lots of cool stuff to get to here as we move along this morning. I got tickled by this on the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures. Hey, E, predicting a full Prosser Braves meltdown. I can hear it in his voice. I chuckled at that. Yeah, maybe. Not yet. Not today. Also, yeah, did y'all see the story about Mason Graham throwing up from the heat at Brown's minicamp? LOL. Thanks for listening, brother. What am my background noisy? Huh? Maybe a little background noise. So here are right now as we sit the current quarterbacks for the New Orleans Saints. There has never been a more obvious glimpse into the future for a franchise than what's about to take place in New Orleans. Let me explain. Derek Carr up and retired this weekend. I guess the shoulder's just too bad. He's tired of taking his lumps. Carr is cursed to have played for two miserable teams in his career that really never got much at all going. I'm not sure Derek Carr owns a playoff win. Maybe one. Hadn't been to many. But it leaves the Saints with this. So if you are the Saints, you have a very, very important evaluation period coming up here in the next 3 months. It is vital for the Saints that out of the quarterbacks, rookie Tyler Shuck, Spencer Rattler, and Jake Heener, it is absolutely important that you evaluate this to a T and make sure you play the worst of those three. Because if there's ever been a more tankable mission in NFL history than the Saints for Arch Manning, tell me what it is. Tell me the more natural tank that has ever been established in NFL history than the pitiful Saints with no quarterbacks and Arch Manning, the prodigal son, would return for the New Orleans franchise. Archie Manning, who started this Manning, cavalcade of quarterbacking, played at Ole Miss and then at now look, I will say this about the Mannings. They haven't been just, hey, we want to follow suit and, do what the rest of the family legacy has done. Archie played at Ole Miss. Peyton, it was natural for him to go play at Ole Miss, went and played at Tennessee. Then Eli circled back, and he did play at Ole Miss. And then Arch comes along. What does he do? It's not Tennessee. It's not Ole Miss. He goes off to Texas. So now, look, there's some assumptions here. You got to work the back channels here if you're the Saints and make sure that Arch Manning's going to be entering the draft, lest you get you get stuck with the number one pick and no Arch Manning and everything that he would bring to that franchise. But yeah, it's very and by the way, this will be one of those deals where they wasted that pick on Tyler Shuck. It was pretty high, wasn't it? Was it a second-round pick they used on him? The quarterback out of Louisville? Spencer Rattler is not going to be an NFL quarterback, and Jake Heener, why do I feel like Jake Heener's played like 15 years for 8 different teams? He's probably been in the league 3 years and played for one. I don't know. None of those three guys right there. Well, it's not fair to Shuck. He's a rookie. But I think it's ended up being a very, very unfortunate spot to be drafted because, man, Saints, this one's easy. Lose them all. Lose them all and get Arch. And hopefully Arch has a great year and turns pro. And I don't think the Manning family would be upset with going to that very manageable division and keeping it close to home and playing, in this case, for the same team that his grandfather played for. Anyway, that's what I make of the Saints quarterback situation. The tools of evaluation better be sharp for New Orleans. Between Shuck, Rattler, and Hader, they better make dadgum sure they play the worst. Because losing should be the option. I'm just saying. What's the most, Gator fan, Georgia fan, Miami fan, I'm not leaving you out, FSU fan, because I want to, but this is a top 25 discussion, and at least in this ranking, FSU doesn't show up in the top 25. But I saw this on CBS Sports, the most important game for every top 25 college football team in 2025. And obviously, you're first going to approach this from the angle of your favored, most followed team. So for here, that would be Florida. I mean, first and foremost, I know the Florida schedule from start to finish, where I'm not going to be able to tell you that. I have a general idea on the rest of the schedule, but I can't tell you just straight up what the other top 25 teams face. I know when it comes to Florida and that question, the most important game for every post-spring top 25 team, that's a loaded question, boy. When you got to go to Ole Miss, when you got to go to LSU, when you got to visit Texas A&M, when you have to play at Miami, when you have to play Texas at home, when you have to play Georgia, when you have to play Tennessee at home, you get the picture here, man. So when it comes time for Florida, and I'm going to look through this and I'll mention some of the others, but as for the Gators' most important game, what would you say, Gator fan? Top of your head. What's the most important game for the Gators this year? You can make arguments for a lot, But I think there's one game on the schedule as Billy Napier builds this program that immediately becomes the most important game for the Gators every year before anything. Does that statement I just made tell you what I think that team is? Which game I think it is and will be every year until you prove? I think it's the Georgia game, personally. Now, you can make a lot of arguments. It's the most important Florida game. You can be tempted to say the Miami game. First tough game that you play. You got to go on the road. You got to play a team that sent you a very blunt message early last year. Y'all ain't ready. You could argue for the Miami game. CBS, in their column and going through all top 25 teams for Florida, they named the Tennessee game. Reason being, Florida, this is what they write. By the way, they have Florida number 10 in the poll. So I guess Tennessee, as the most important game, fits their description a little bit better because of where they have them ranked. But here's what they write about the Gators. Florida has tougher opponents on another gauntlet of a schedule, but this annual rivalry contest could come with major late-season football playoff implications for both teams. This is also a game arguably stacked in Florida's favor, given the Tennessee's tumultuous offseason and the fact the Vols' well-documented road struggles under coach Josh Heupel. It's also a series that Florida has dominated through the years. But, yeah, I bet you if I ask Gator fan to rank them in order of importance, I bet you Tennessee doesn't show up in the top two for a lot of y'all. And without thinking about the potential arguments for playoff, I just don't think Florida is yet in a position to assume they will be in a position for that Tennessee game to mean playoff implications. I think there are more important games earlier in the year that would establish whether or not you can even be that team. That's a little late in the year for the most important game for a team that's still trying to prove it. I guess that would be my point. I'm curious if they have Tennessee's most important game as Florida. Because that would be Tennessee. They have their most important game at Alabama. And I won't go into the reasons for it. All right, just a couple of the others. We'll go off to break. We'll come back with some Jags camp, with a football fix. There's news from other camps around the league. Let's see. We're at Miami. Most important game, don't forget, Canes come out the gates against Notre Dame. They write Miami's non-conference schedule is where it can make the biggest impression. Hurricanes play a pair of post-spring top 25 teams in Notre Dame and Florida, both at home. Fighting Irish get a slight edge over the Gators here, given they're coming off their run to the playoff and national championship game and in good standing to make it that far again. So, yeah, what a find-out start for Miami. Early in the year, 2 home games back-to-back, Notre Dame and Florida. This gets your college football juices churning a little bit, doesn't it? Here's one where they recognize 2 opponents as the most important game being each other for both of them. Some things don't change. Georgia, Alabama. Georgia-Bama play September 27th. Texas also going to be a big game for Georgia, but they have Bama as the most important game. Certainly a lot of recent, thick, rich history with these 2 SEC programs. And then for Alabama, they have the most important game being Georgia. So a little back and forth. There's some, as always, and we'll look at them when we get closer, but it's fun just to think about them. And to that point, we're going to have a ball with the NFL schedule when it's released officially late in the week, although Snoop Hicken was giving us a couple of bombs over on Friday. We'll see how those play out. But the college football, you haven't looked yet. So many cool early season games. I just mentioned, just reminding you of a couple. Miami and Notre Dame playing cross-conference early. LSU and Clemson play August 30th. Wow. LSU at Clemson. What a big game that'll be. Notre Dame and Miami out of conference. I mentioned that one already. Big games, man. God, what a fun sport. Come back on the professional side, offer up a football fix, and let you hear from Coach Liam Cohen, Travis Hunter, Jags camp. All that and more. We're up and rolling. It's the Monday Morning Quarterback here on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
This is Brent Musburger's Visa in Action update on 1010XL. Brought to you by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning. When you're stuck, call the Duck. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
The Atlanta Braves have Grant Holmes on the mound, $1.75 favorite against Jake Irvin of the Washington Nationals, plus 145, 8.5 over the total at Truist Park. Jacksonville Jaguars will learn their schedule on Wednesday when the NFL releases the upcoming season schedule. Jaguars are 4-13 a year ago. They're plus 275, the second choice to win the AFC South, behind the division favored Houston Texans, who are plus 115 to win the division title for the second straight year. Scotty Scheffler 4-1 to win the PGA Championship this week at the Quail Hollow Club in Charlotte, North Carolina. $250 bonus and you open up a G-Bank Visa signature card. Visa.com/GBank. With your action update, Mike Sennett, 1010XL.
Hey there, Jacksonville. With scorching temperatures just around the corner, it's crucial to ensure your AC is blowing nice and cool. Duck Duck Air Conditioning is here to keep you comfortable all summer long. But don't wait until the heat gets here. Our service techs are ready right now to handle any cooling issues you may have at your home or business. Call Duck Duck AC today at 904-862-6769 to schedule. That's 904-862-6769. Duck Duck Air Conditioning. Online at duckduckac.com.
Guys, your lawn's the home field. Now you can champion your St. Augustine grass. TopDressing.com just hit Jacksonville with a game-changing patented process. Aerate and transform your turf into a fairway-worthy masterpiece. Less water, shorter cuts, and the envy of every neighbor. No one else delivers a perfect 10 lawn like this. Visit TopDressing.com and dominate your block with the same process that golf courses use. Top dress your lawn like the pros with TopDressing.com.
Get a healthy start in 2025. The Florida Department of Health in Duval County is here to encourage you to get healthy and stay healthy this year. They have a dedicated team who are committed to providing quality care. The goal is to protect, promote, and improve the health of you and your family. Visit duval.floridahealth.gov to learn more about their health programs and services. That's duval.floridahealth.gov.
Hey, Jacksonville, it's Dan Hicken with a game changer. I've tested the field, and Checkmate Coating is my new go-to for durable, jaw-dropping floor coatings. Better play, better results.
I'm Brendan from Checkmate Coatings. Our precision coatings make your floors the MVP of any space.
Slam dunk your floors at checkmatecoatings.com. Checkmate Coatings, your floor's missing piece.
Checkmate Coatings, your floor's missing piece.
Hi, I'm Karen, owner of Clay Solar Installation Partners, your local women-owned solar company. At Clay Solar, we're more than just panels and power. We're about people. We make the switch to clean energy simple, stress-free, and built to last. If you've had a bad experience with solar in the past, we can help. We specialize in dependable solutions and top-notch customer service, so you can finally enjoy the savings and sustainability you deserve. Schedule your free consultation at claysolar.com.
Lauren Brooks here for Terminix. Did you know that mosquito bites could lead to heartworm for your dog or cat? When mosquitoes show up, pet parents want them gone. Terminix takes mosquitoes down fast, just like they did at my house for our pup. Terminix knows that pets are part of the family. They do what it takes to help protect them. When mosquitoes show up, so does Terminix. Don't live with a mosquito problem, Terminix it. Visit Terminix.com today to schedule a free inspection online. That's TERMINIX.com.
Get closer to nature.
Trying to get close to these bucks out here.
Jeff Lageman, Captain Kevin Faber, and Captain Kirk Walls. The Nimnicht Outdoor Show. Presented by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning. Saturday morning, 7 to 10 on 1010XL.
Hey, Hicken here. Tired of glasses or contacts? Discover customized vision solutions at Bowden Eye & Associates. Dr. Bowden's team offers cutting-edge options like Evo implantable Collamer lenses or refractive lens exchange and classic LASIK, designed to fit your life. Picture perfect vision for reading, driving, or just enjoying the day. It's easier than you think. Call now for your free screening. Bowden Eye & Associates, they're keeping the First Coast focused.
Lauren Brooks here. At Hodges Mazda, they are proud of their solid reputation in the Jacksonville community. As your hometown Mazda dealer, their high customer service standards and their huge inventory of new and used cars provide their customers a consistently first-rate car buying experience. Their professional non-commissioned sales team puts your best interest first without exception. And all new vehicle purchases include the Hodges Mazda Protection Package. Visit them online at hodgesmazda.com or stop in today to learn more and discover The Hodges Mazda difference.
Mike Dempsey here. Look, it's been 10 years that I've been vouching for my guys at Dandy Boots, and for a decade, I'm proud of my association with a local family business. They make a great product. I've made no secret that I was a customer long before Dandy ever came on board on 1010XL. But I'm thinking I'm due a little Dandy swag, maybe a little love. How about a Dandy t-shirt, a ball cap? So how about it, Thompson family? What do you got going on over there? In the meantime, I'm going to keep eating those delicious tuna salad sandwiches. So guys, keep helping me out and grab a Dandy sandwich today.
All right, gang, spring selling season is here. If you've been thinking about selling your home and you're worried about any struggles that might come along with the process, your worries can now be set free. Well, thanks to this solution, it's pretty simple. It's a guarantee from the real estate agents I know and trust. That's Chad and Sandy Newman at chadandsandy.com. Just pick up the phone and call them, 904-414-6200. That's chadandsandy.com. So what's that guarantee I speak of? Your home sold guaranteed at an agreed-upon price and date, or they will buy it. Rates are down, activity's up. Now's the best time of years to sell your home. There are homes sitting on the market. Hiring the expert who can maximize equity and minimize hassle, that's the key. And those agents I'm recommending right now, Chad and Sandy Newman, the local real estate experts you can trust. Chad and Sandy guarantee your home sold at an agreed-upon price and deadline, or they will buy it. You've heard the success stories playing here on 1010XL. Pick your move date and sign up now. Go with chadandsandy.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Yeah, I just checked. This is not on the Yacht Rock playlist. Just got to check. Check that. Kellen Moore, like, are you like rethinking this whole notion of going to New Orleans? Like, you waited through the whole process, right? The Saints their hands were tied. I mean, you're going down to a team that is, best player. The guy who's been their best player, Alvin Kamara, is certainly aging out of that dominant stage. Got a couple of good receivers, or at least a good receiver in Olave, and you don't have really a quarterback who you can trust. I mean, I don't see any path back to NFL riches that doesn't involve somehow tanking and getting Arch Manning. And that's, by the way, got to assume that Arch Manning is going to come in and just change your franchise. Trevor hasn't overnight. That's for sure. You haven't gotten that immediate, like Jaden Daniels impact. C.J. Stroud followed up his breakthrough with it, wasn't as good, but at least back to the postseason. Something we couldn't do here in 22 or 23, rather. But the options now in New Orleans are bad. And somebody sent me this. I suggested, I'm not sure Derek Carr even has a playoff win. And boy, do it Dailies double take over this. Double take brought to you by The Dash. If you haven't got your coffee yet this morning, it's a yucky, wet morning. Oh, piping hot, Joe. Fresh today. That's the Dailies Dash. Well, the biscuits, too. I'll take a couple of those. Drop a couple by. Yeah, I got sent this. Believable. Derek Carr, ET, is the only quarterback in NFL history with 40,000 passing yards and no playoff wins.
Tragic.
40K passing yard club, 0 wins. Where does Carr rank on the all-time passing list with those 40,000 yards? Got to be top.
That's a lot.
20, doesn't it?
That is a lot of passing yards.
Yeah, and this is where stats don't, guarantee honor. There's no way in the world Derek Carr's ever going in the Hall of Fame. And I don't know where those 40,000 rank anymore, actually. These dudes throw it at such an unbelievable clip. 40,000 is a lot, though, right? It's 4,000 yard. Let's do this. I wonder where that ranks. Where do you think it ranks? Where do you think 40,000 is? Oh, my God. Brady's got 90,000 almost. Breeze has 80,000. But by the time he gets to fifth, Roethlisberger's 64,000. Let's see where we're at. See where we're at with Carr. Carr is 22nd all-time, 41,245 yards. Just behind Kirk Cousins. Boy, here's one that would surprise you. Kerry Collins had 41,000 passing yards. Kerry Collins had a few more yards than Joe Montana and Johnny Unitas. Those two are next. The passing yard total, I get Brady is going to be in the hall, right? Breeze is going to be in the hall. Manning and Favre next on the list, already in the hall. Roethlisberger going to be in the hall. Phillip Rivers will be the first one where, and listen, y'all all love Phillip Rivers. Y'all all putting him in right away, aren't you? You have Phillip Rivers in the Holly?
No.
Oh.
I don't, man. Everybody has, like, just put him in there.
No, I'm not putting him in at all.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. He's the Hall of Very Good. He's certainly in the Hall of Longevity, but
everybody can't make it.
Yeah, everyone can't make it. Would it surprise you to know that in the same amount of years, Phillip Rivers threw for more yards than Dan Marino?
Oops.
I like to just drop a silent but deadly as I head out the door.
Well, since you put it like that.
Yeah, I'm just going to throw a little silent but deadly. Move over to Jags camp real quick. There's nothing silent about Travis Hunter's arrival. It's very important, that he is the player that they think he is. So far, so good. Here's Liam Cohen on, is Travis Hunter as good as advertised, Coach?
I would assume, just ran a route yesterday where his shoe came off and didn't quite affect him, made a great catch, and it's more just his presence, right, and the energy that he does provide, both in the classroom, in the meeting rooms, and also out here on the field. So really hard to tell in this kind of setting, though.
All right, I talked about something earlier, and we'll talk about it more. I'll be interested to get Hicken's opinion on this. One thing about these guys, we're so used to just going with the boring, dumb decisions. The no gamble, the no push the envelope, the stay in the old cliche NFL lines. We're just team blah. Right? That's what Mason Graham would have been at number 5. Blah. Perfect for team blah. We got to start listening to what these guys are telling us. They came in and said we need to rebuild the offensive line. There's 8 new names on that line, bro. I think that were 6 or 8. When you go down through the Fred Johnsons and the backup guys and the draft picks and then the frontline starters, they completely rebuild it. And to this point, these guys, like us, they know, or I'm going to assume they know that Travis Hunter's value for all the trade assets that you gave up and for the selection at number 2, his value gets seriously muted if you don't play him both ways. At the end of the day, I'm playing the over on both sides of the ball on what the actual plan for Travis Hunter will be, because it doesn't bring the value of getting, quote, 2 first-rounders with 1 pick. And if that's the case, then guess what? You got next year's first-rounder now. He's a corner. This year, first-rounder now is a receiver. Got to play both. That's the specialness. That's the uniqueness. That's the talent. That's the charm. That's the allure. So I think that. And then I think we got an indication of that earlier. Remember when he came in, we're going to put him on offense, right? He's going to get in the offensive playbook. We're going to get him all good on offense, and we'll worry about defense down the line. And after this 3-day mini camp, Coach Liam Cohen said this about Travis Hunter.
Building camaraderie. Yeah, next week. Yeah, he'll be able to get integrated next week on the defensive side of the ball. We just kind of ended up making a decision that from yesterday to today, we wanted to be able to clean up some of the things that we may have been able to miss yesterday, get extra reps on the offensive side of the ball, and next week he'll start to roll on.
Yeah, so that's how long we're waiting to get the Travis Hunter experiment going. Yeah, we'll put him on defense next week. That's a little bit more aggressive than the message after draft, no,
That is correct.
Right, it felt like after the draft, no, he's going to be a receiver. We're going to have some defense back. We're really going to put him there. They got to learn the playbook. You got to get, no. They've seen this guy. They've seen who he is around the building, inside the film room. He gets it all quick. Not going to take him 3 years to learn the offense. He'll have it by the time they come back next week. Coach, let me play. I want to play both ways. I told all y'all coming in the draft, I'm both. Until somebody proves otherwise, let's go. And that's what you got with Travis Hunter. We also learned this week that it's not a gimmick, dude. The dude's just he's just genuine, man. He's authentic. He's on a plane coming back. He treats the lady next to him with the kindness and respect that we should all treat somebody who's traveling along to the plane without any, fanfare, not looking for anything out of it. What's your name, son? It seems like everyone's congratulating. My name's Travis, ma'am. Have a good flight. And then the lady, by the way, the reason that she posted, she's like, man, y'all got a good one down here in Jacksonville. This kid couldn't have been any nicer.
And then she said, just because of that, that interaction, she's getting season tickets.
Yeah, that's right. I'm glad you added that addendum. All right, Hunter is a pretty quick. He's not savvy enough as an NFL talking head that when you stick a microphone in front of him, he gives you a 30-second answer. He's not there yet. So these are going to be a series of pretty quick answers, but to the point. But I'll give you at least the back and forth. Certainly on the prospect of playing on both sides.
I've been already getting integrated to the defense. I've been doing offense and defense. The last past 2 days, I just came out here and did offense.
All right, and on to the Jags' expectations. I think I'm sniffing around a storyline that is going to emerge. He's going to play an awful lot on both sides of the ball. Whatever that defensive play snap over, under a percentage, play the over, because that's what the value comes with this kid, and especially now. They're not going to get, more able, more capable, more physically available than he is right now. Hunter knows that what the Jags did to get him and what those expectations, that come along with it.
The organization expected a lot out of me. Expect me to come out here and play right away, so I'm going to do whatever it takes for me to get out there and play right away.
And then finally, whether it comes to interacting with fans or fishing in the neighborhood pond, maybe it's on a first-class flight home from Denver. It's important for Travis Hunter, he says, to be Travis Hunter.
I got to be authentic, got to bring the energy up out here. Make sure everyone is having fun, with a smile on their face and doing what we love.
All right, so that's just a little bit out of this rookie minicamp. Again, they'll come back next week. We'll start integrating him on defense next week, E. And, by the way, when the season comes, we're going to start him on both sides. I do want that, E, especially now it looks like if Snoop/Scoop Hicken is right, we're going to have a home game out of the gates. I want him to make the history. He's earned that. Start him on both sides. Put him in nickel package, whatever it is. You only get one chance to do that, E.
That's true.
You only get one chance to do it. I'm going to have other chances to start on both sides, and I don't even know if that – I wonder if there have been guys credited already, by the way. I mean, did the Patriots in one game just come out with some sort of package that Vrabel was already on the field, having started on the defense? I don't know. I don't remember hearing of an NFL player. Probably back in the day there were guys that did it. But modern day, and especially now as specialized it is, not so much. All right, E, fire up the band. We got a football fix. Just give you a little bit of news and notes from around the league. Brought to you by the Home Course to join the Creek Golf Club. And by the Jacksonville Sharks. Coming off the bye week, you can go online and get your tickets now at jacksharks.com. All right, Kellen Moore says those three quarterbacks that the Saints are left with will compete for the job. This after Derek Carr somewhat surprisingly retires. I assume the Saints knew. They used a pretty high pick on Tyler Shuck, the rookie. Of course, as I said, the strategy now should become tank for Arch. The tank for Arch. Shador doing and saying the right things on the field with the Cleveland Browns. Says it's his job now to prove that he's right. It's not so much about proving others wrong. He was the sixth quarterback off the board, but he was the second one drafted by Cleveland themselves. Man, you know who would be tough to beat right now? You know who this is most unfair to?
That
Dylan Gabriel.
Yeah.
Really, boys? This is what you put me in? Huh? It's kind of unfair to Dylan Gabriel. There's enough quarterback needs out there. I got to go right here into this one, into this polarizing rookie battle? Come on, man. Maybe just a little much. The Raiders have signed linebacker Jalen Smith after a year out of football. Smith is the guy who is the poster child for don't play in the bowl game. Ripped up his knee, and I think it was a Fiesta Bowl. It had him slide precariously on draft day. Cowboys at the time were thought to have reached a little bit to take him because of the injuries in round 2. Played 5 years, though, even a Pro Bowl 1 year. Now off to the Raiders. That's Football Fix. You're welcome. Hicken Arrival and more come your way next. You are listening to The Drill on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. He doesn't pull punches.
You want to punch me right now, but you won't.
He doesn't beat around the bush.
You got aggression? That's even better. You're going to need that too.
Rick Ballou is the truth teller.
Thank you for clearing that up.
Evenings on 1010XL.
Wait, what?
When you're experiencing sudden, unexpected dental pain, the last thing you want to hear is that your dentist can't see you until next week. That's why I'm so glad I found Harbor Dental Care. Whenever I call, they always find a way to see me within 24 hours, and they can usually fix whatever's wrong the same day. Plus, they have locations throughout Jacksonville, so no matter what side of town I'm on, I can always count on the same great care. If you want to find a dentist who believes in treating people right, learn more at harbordental.care. That's HARBOUR dental.care.
Have you got concrete or asphalt rubble piling up? Arcosa Crushed Concrete will pay you for it and recycle it. They're just minutes from Everbank Stadium on Talleyrand. Call Arcosa Crushed Concrete and get paid for what you don't need. ArcosaCrushedConcrete.com.
It's the perfect day. You're just driving along, listening to your favorite music, the window's down. There's a cool breeze. Life is good. But wait, hold on a second. You're not wearing a seatbelt? You'd better put that on before that... Uh-oh, too late. Cops everywhere are stepping up enforcement, so you'd better buckle up or you will get caught. Sorry to ruin your day. Click it or ticket.
Funded by the Florida Department of Transportation.
Get this thing unwrapped here.
Praz, what in the world are you doing working on your Duval?
That's right, Dan. I really identify with Duval.
You live in St. John's County, knucklehead.
I mean the Duval sub, the Daily Dash Duval. Turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheeses. Lettuce, tomato, crispy and fresh, you know, like me. I'm sure there's a Daily Dash sub that sums you up.
The boss.
Because, of course.
Oven roasted beef, Munster cheese, roasted mushrooms, caramelized onions. It's the boss of all subs. Only available for me.
That's just not true.
What do you mean? I walked in the other day, screamed, "You know it!" and said, "A boss for a boss."
Well, no matter who you are, there is a Daily Dash sandwich or sub for you.
Go find yours. They may even make you a boss.
I'm sure they will, because it is Daily Dash.
Where more is better.
And you got that right.
Don't miss the Bari Breakdown with Dr. George Bari on XL Primetime, Wednesdays around 3:20 for the latest in sports injuries. From all the big names in the game, who's MIA, who's coming back from injury. Dr. George Bari on XL Primetime, Wednesdays at 3:20.
Cool Cats Heating and Cooling, the coolest cats in town. Setting the standard in our hometown. Quality service, the best around. Coolidge is the cat that cares about your heating and about your air. Cool Cats Heating and Cooling, the coolest cats in town.
WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach, WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Here's Linda Beaver.
Mayday, mayday, mayday.
Come in, Linda. Over.
We've got a sea of new vehicles and they're priced so low they're rocking the boat. Come check out our biggest selection of inventory with prices that don't break the bank and our wow ya experience that will ensure smooth sailing for your next car purchase. Plus, take advantage of our peace of mind warranties, transparent pricing to provide you with a peace of mind. You better beat the surge and head to the all-new Beaver Toyota or Chevrolet for the car buying experience you deserve.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
Mia here. You know, people typically start and end their day by visiting their closet. So shouldn't that space feel calm, organized, like a little moment of luxury? That's why I chose Closets by Design. They specialize in custom solutions for every lifestyle and budget. Call them this week to schedule your free in-home consultation and get 40% off plus another 15% off and free installation. Don't wait for mom to do it. Call now at 1-800-293-3744 or visit closetsbydesign.com.
Hi, I'm Mac with Baker Glass. If you've got fogged up windows, let me help. We'll replace them with clear, insulated units that brighten up your home. People say we're fast, friendly, and reliable. Just check out our Google reviews. Call me today. Baker Glass. No one treats you better.
Get ready. Welcome to Rockville is gearing up to take over the Daytona International Speedway from May 15th to 18th with Green Day, Korn, Shinedown, and Linkin Park. Plus Bad Omens, Incubus, Good Charlotte, Rob Zombie, Alice in Chains, Pierce the Veil, Marilyn Manson, 3 Days Grace, Sublime, Hailstorm, I Prevail, Three Doors Down, Jimmy Eat World, Motionless in White, Bush, Chevelle, Mudvayne, and so many more. Festival is finally here. May 15th to the 18th in Daytona Beach. 5 stages, 4 days, and over 150 bands. Select passes on sale now at welcometorockville.com.
Local sports update brought to you by Baker Glass. The Florida Gators baseball team delivered a standout performance this past weekend, clinching a series victory over the top-ranked Texas Longhorns in Austin. This marks Florida's first series win against the number 1 ranked team since 2016 and their 5th consecutive series victory overall. Gators right-handed pitcher Aiden Keene dominated on the mound yesterday with 7 shutout innings and 9 strikeouts, marking a record high. The Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp wrapped up their 6-game homestand with a 5-2 victory over the Syracuse Mets yesterday at the Five-Star Ballpark, splitting the series. In the 6th inning, Andrew Pinter singled to start, and Division De Los Santos followed with a 2-run homer, extending the lead 5-2 and securing the victory. The Shrimp will next begin their road series against the Norfolk Tide starting tomorrow. It's 74 degrees at 7:01. Time and temp brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Ladies and gents, please put your hands together as Dan Hicken enters the studio.
Skating rink. We're not getting a new car. It's just another marker on another ring around the trunk, buddy.
Got my
what you got going on though today? Happy birthday.
I get my thank you, friend. Thank you all. 62. So skidoo.
You look tired this morning.
TV last night.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
I saw you.
Yeah, thank you, friend.
Blue top, khaki pants.
Yes, sir.
You were up at that time of night?
Yes, sir. I got a new sandwich.
Oh,
that's what I
present?
instructed my older son to get me.
Yeah, you're getting good on that. Those years of that lean is now paid off.
It's terrific.
Is it made out of diamond or gold or anything? Or
I think it has inscripted on it. It says Spider Monkey. That's what I named it.
Good.
What was that dude's name who named his club?
The guy who
from New Jersey, and he had some
he got
health
cancer.
issues.
He got like cancer. And he went to all natural, like living in the Himalayas or something. It was he had a name that was it was a
nice kid.
Shared a name with somebody else.
Yeah,
like the last name. It was what was that kid's name?
It was a PGA Tour player.
Yeah, Morgan.
It was a Morgan.
Morgan. Morgan Hoffman.
Morgan Hoffman. I think that's
and then Charlie Hoffman was the name.
Yeah. I think that's it. Good pull. So
we had him at First Timers one year.
We did. So so I'm excited about that.
I wonder how he's doing. Did you see like the ESPN thing they put together on him?
Remember he came back a little bit.
He went back to South America. He went to South America though, and he went to some all natural, like living up in the Peruvian mountains. I mean, I'm butchering this story, but it's something like that. He went all homeopathic and just, eating ash, that kind of stuff. One of those deals.
It wasn't cancer.
It wasn't cancer?
It was muscular dystrophy.
Okay.
And he
is he still doing that alternative treatment kind of stuff?
It was in 2016, and in 22, he played the RBC Heritage on a major medical exemption.
I remember that.
He missed the cut in 3 of 5 starts, but that was 2 years ago. Now I don't know what he's doing now.
Kind of invisible now.
Yeah.
That's what I love about this show. We just got to Morgan Hoffman and his status at 7:05.
Yeah,
You never know.
Yeah.
Miss a minute, miss a lot, E.
No doubt. Didn't miss much of the Jags. And, in fact, obviously the subject of our Dream Finders poll question of the day, which we'll get to in just a second, but the rookie minicamp, Travis Hunter, everything that everybody's hoping. And E had a great comparison in a way. Did you say that on the air?
No, he hasn't yet.
No, not yet.
Yeah, drop that knowledge.
Sorry, 6 o'clockers. He decided to wait.
Sorry, guys, but hopefully.
So I remember the phenomena of Tim Tebow whenever he was playing. I remember when he was in high school when Nice came over to Fleming Island.
Right.
It was a big deal, and he really held up to all of that, not only as a player but as a person and as a leader, all in Florida. Everybody who I know who's played with Tim Tebow will run through a wall for Tim Tebow.
Right.
And Tim Tebow is a dog.
And he also touched, to your point, those segments of the fan base who appreciate, like, genuine character.
Absolutely. And I was like, you know what? After the story about Travis Hunter over the weekend, helping the elder lady with her luggage, which you would hope that's something that anybody would do.
But you do get extra credit when you're a celebrity.
You get extra credit when you're the Heisman Trophy winner. And he showed nothing but, like, excellence. And I was like, you know what?
Grace and humility. The most humble thing he did during that whole exchange is when she asked him his name. And he just said Travis.
Just Travis. And I was like, you know what? Travis Hunter is the culture's version of Tim Tebow.
There's a little bit of that there.
I like that.
I long for a world where each can be for both, but I hear you. Yeah, no, that be total scope of humanity kind of deal, right?
The total scope, yes.
Yeah. Well, good. Let's hope, like Tim, he stays true to that throughout, and is a much better football player.
Yeah, and I think that's a good.
That's a good one.
Good comparison. Let's hope he shines more on the NFL fields too. But everybody is excited about him and the rookie class. So, without losing as much about Hunter, because we know what he's going to do.
Yeah.
Our Dream Finders Homes poll question of the day. Dream Finders Homes, official home builder of the Jaguars, Gators, and the PGA Tour. 4.99% fixed interest rate right now in 15 different locations.
15 of them.
Yeah,
things.
all over Jacksonville. Just go to dreamfindershomes.com and tell them Dream Finders Danny sent you, especially you first-time homeowners. What a great opportunity. But after this weekend's rookie minicamp, how many of the first-year guys are you counting on to be major factors in 2025? One of the things we've talked about is how this rookie class is going to have to contribute if the Jags are going to win the AFC South.
Okay, major, and by the way, major factors become more necessary when you're a bad team.
Correct.
Like the Chiefs shouldn't get 4 major, but sometimes they will.
But the Jags need a bunch of these guys to be a big part of. Here are the choices.
Okay.
Because I gave you 4 different choices. I gave you Hunter only. It's just going to be the Travis Hunter draft. At least 2 starters. All 9 make the team and 4 are going to start. All 9 make the team, 4 are going to start. Or the late rounders are going to come up big. There's some late rounders who are going to shine. Those are your choices. Hunter only, at least 2 starters. All 9 make the team, 4 start. Late rounders will be big.
I'm going to go. What was the second option again? I'm sorry.
2.
I'll go 2 starters.
Uh-huh.
And that's by the end of the year. I mean, that's not. I don't think we'll have 2 starters on opening day. I know we disagree on that. You think Milam will earn his way in there, but I would say definitely. I'm somewhere between 2, and if you include the practice squad, it makes sense on the first draft class for all 9 to make it. 4 seems like a little high to me. I'm going to go with. I'm going to go with the second option. 2 will start.
Okay. E, how about you?
Yeah, at least 2 is going to start.
At least 2. I'm going to go.
I think the 4 is too many for me.
I'm going to make a prediction.
Okay.
And it's only May. But I'd almost be willing to bet at some point in the season, well, all 9 are making the team. That's a given.
You would think.
And
maybe probably a couple of practice squads, but it's also a light roster, remember? I mean, we got lots of room.
And at least 4 will start games this year.
Well, that's the difference.
It is different.
I'm okay with 4 start games. I get that because they're going to count on Ranshaw.
And I'm not going to take 2. Now, if things got dicey and I had money on it, I'd say, well, Hunter started receiver and DB.
I was about to say, do I get starts for Travis Hunter on both sides?
He's 1 to me.
Here's what continue.
But I think
we sum this up.
Well, I think Ranshaw will be a starter. I think Milam will be a starter. And I think Tootin
could be a starter.
Yeah.
And there's
that's it. Those are the three that I feel really good about.
Yeah.
If the question would have been how many and you gave me 1, 2, 3, 4,
yeah,
I would have gone 3.
Well,
those are the 3 that I tried. And there's likely, by the way, going to be an outlier, whether it's Tootin or someone else.
Gang, I know nothing about these guys. I'm just throwing this out there, but I know it's a new regime, and I know how it works. I'm
trusting their aggressiveness. They're not going to do these same stead, boring, dumb things that we've always done.
I know the new regime likes to put their imprint on their roster.
Not a good look for the Browns this weekend, by the way. Not a good look bringing in the number 5 pick, and he's out of shape and puking during the workouts.
Yeah.
Or did he have a stomach bug?
Well, again,
see, that would be the boring, terrible Jaguars pick. How miserable would it be right now if we had a first rounder puking on the sidelines? What would we be saying?
And here's what I hate about rookie minicamp. And God bless you, Liam Cohen. Good answer. I heard one of them that you played on the way in. Blah, 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 about Travis Hunter. Blah, 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 blah. But it's hard to tell.
Yeah, right.
There's an NFL head coach. It's hard to tell, right? Yeah. Thank you. Refreshing. Thank you.
I will say this about this,
but I was going to say, it's like Shador. I got Shador again. It's the J.J. McCarthy thing again with Shador. I got this weekend.
Yeah,
what a throw! Shador Sanders is terrible, unbelievable.
Yeah.
Look at this pass in the back. Shador Sanders can't throw it 6 feet. What a rocket arm! He just threw it 81.5 yards. One dude showed me an 81.5-yard throw on Twitter that was 40 yards. And he swore it was 81.5 yards.
Yeah,
I don't understand the math, my friend.
Yeah, that's silly.
So,
I hear you, though.
That's what you get from...
The one thing I will say about this group, believe them. Believe them when they say they're looking for this or that or the other. Yeah. If you really took the time to look into the personality traits of this draft class, intangibly rich would just be like a conservative definition of the kind of guys they brought in.
Yeah.
They're all full of all these. Now, I won't list them all. So-and-so's babysits for free every weekend for his aunt. I mean, that's literal. I mean, we saw it in play a little bit with Travis Hunter. And that doesn't win games, but I will say this. Dan, why is Travis Hunter as valuable as he was on draft day? Why is Travis Hunter the Heisman winner and so valuable as a draft prospect? What is the one thing about him that's unique? Can play both ways.
Yeah.
Whatever projection that you're getting or they're saying or we wonder about Travis Hunter and the defensive snaps, play the over. They're playing this dude on both sides, and they're playing him all the damn time. That's coming.
Yeah.
I feel that strong. Why would you? He is that first-round pick that you traded away next year. You're just getting him now.
Yeah.
And if you don't play him both ways and take advantage of that skill and let him catch 10 touchdowns and pick off 5 balls, you're cheating yourself. And I think, unlike a lot of NFL teams that want to take it slow and we got to rein him in, they're not. I think they're going to say, yeah, you're right. Boom, let's go.
Yeah.
And by the way, it didn't take long, did it? Maybe I'm misremembering it, but coming out of the draft, weren't they really slow playing Travis's impact on defense? We're going to really concentrate on the offensive side of the ball out of the gate. We'll get him integrated into the defense.
Yes.
Yeah, we've had 2 workouts in pads, and we're going to put him on defense next week.
Oh, good.
Right? I mean, that already is an indication of where they're thinking. So I think more than anything, we're going to see Travis Hunter play almost every snap on both sides of the ball, and then find out if that's too much.
Right. The other big story, and we got the 10-minute drill coming up. Bunch of things to do today. It's fun. It's Monday. We rehashed the weekend, but man, oh man, I got to tell you, 1-11 to 13-14 for the Florida Gator baseball team. Unbelievable what they've been able to accomplish. 1-11 in the SEC. I mean, the dregs. I mean, the sellout.
No, we talked about it for much of the year.
They are now in position.
Another 2 out of 3 against the number 1 team this weekend, by the way. They won at Texas, won 2 out of 3, and lost a lead in game 2.
Our local kid, Aiden King, might be the best freshman pitcher Sully's ever had, which is saying a lot. I'll go over those later, but just terrific performance by him.
Bishop Snyder?
Yeah, Bishop Snyder kid had 7 shutout innings and 9 strikeouts at Texas, which is...
Number 1 Texas. Who, by the way, was a little chilly as the Gators entered. They'd been on a little bit of a slump, too.
I think they've lost 5 of 6. Arkansas swept them. Gators took 2 out of 3, which is good. But Florida is in position now, not just... They're in a regional. The host. They literally could host a regional. If they sweep Alabama, I believe they will host a regional.
And you literally thought a month ago they weren't going to make the tournament.
And it's, one of good guys on Twitter said, how dare us doubt Sully? I got to say, I told him, I said, count me as a doubter. At 1-11 with all the injuries, I was out on.
Have they had guys come back from injury, or other guys have gotten better? What's
Coppola
turned
came
around?
back.
He's a pitcher.
He's a big lefty pitcher, but the second baseman's been out for the year. The center fielder went out early. I mean, they've lost some dudes. Some of the young pitchers have stepped up a little bit. It's just if you go look at their 1-11 start versus what they've been able to do from that point on, their ERA went from 9.5 to 4.
Well, some of that's
their batting
probably
average
coaching
went
too.
up
You're
50
developing
points in conference play. Luke Heyman's been on a heater all throughout SEC play. Anyway, Donay started hitting again. It's been terrific. So it's been enjoyable, and they're in position where they not only like I go in. Look, it's hard to do what they did last year, and I'm like, they can't. Well, now I'm starting to say they can make some noise.
Well,
they can make some noise in the tournament. So anyway, congratulations to them.
I'll have to jump on board Gator baseball now because not a bit. I'm done. They're just too frustrating to watch my team. I'm just not watching them for a while, dude. I'm back. I'm just going to leave them be.
Yeah.
They're just maddening. I know it is what it is. Again, I'm on standby. We'll get to the break. They'll be 56 and 52. This is just an average.
You got to bounce your. You got to sit your closer down and get him in the 8th inning for a while.
Oh, we got to get in. There's no one to replace him with, and it's just a mess right now. You're gonna have to go down and get some single A dude or something and just throw him in there.
I got to throw somebody else out.
But
there
I need Strider, and I mean it's just unfortunate. These pitchers are taking a bad rap. They're giving up 2 or 3 runs.
Yeah,
and then the offense isn't scoring, and then the bullpen's giving up 4 in the 8th. So it's just frustrating. These are bad teams. You can't go to Pittsburgh and lose 2 out of 3 series.
Not when you don't face Skeens.
No, it's terrible, man.
We get Skeens tonight.
They're just frustrating. That's what I'm just really frustrated with. I'm not going to go off on a big rant. It is what it is, but man, they're a hard watch right now.
Yeah.
Golly.
Yeah. We should have swept the Chubs, but we got 2 out of 3.
I saw Saturday. Which Swanson got you in some form. Did he score the run maybe? What did he do?
Take. I mean, the bullpen has been a little bit shaky. We're only 8-8 in our last 16 games, so but we've won 2 in a row. We've won the last 2 series to sort of right the ship. So, but we got big games. We got the Yankees this weekend. We got the Red Sox. We got the Dodgers coming up. So
here's my point, though. I just got sent this because we've talked, and you've said it, and it's fair because he was the Cy Young Triple Crown winner, but Sale's not Sale, and Schwellenbach has struggled, and this, that, or the other.
Yeah.
Okay, in May, the last 10 games, the pitching ERA is 2.99. That's second in Major League Baseball. And by the way, that's with Iglesias giving us 8.63 in non-save situations. But anyway, point is, the pitching's pitching 2.99, second in Major League Baseball. They're hitting 2.10. They've scored 30 runs. Verdugo, last 14 games, 232. Ozzie, 0 for his last 22.
Ozzie's been slumping for a while.
Azuma hitting 163 in his last 12. Michael Harris, 182 in his last 14. Iglesias can't get anyone out. It's just, it's just in every aspect, they're frustrating me.
All right, we'll take a break. We'll get it rolling. This is Drill on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Downtime with Dan is serviced by the local family-owned company for home comfort and your statewide mechanical partner for the biggest projects, Lloyd's Heating and Air.
Man, did we have a shift in a sport geographically? It's incredible to me. It's college softball, which used to be West Coast only. It was West Coast only sport, right? That's where they won the championships and such. Now it's SEC. 7 of the 8 top seeds are from the SEC, and the 8th seed, number 5 overall, the extra seed, is FSU, which is right here in the Sunshine State. Florida came in at 3, but the best story to me in softball, college softball, and Oklahoma's chasing their 5th straight national championship. Yesterday they announced the field of 64, but congratulations to UNF. UNF, terrific story, 45 wins, automatic berth. They're going to South Carolina. They got a great player in Allison Betting, and wish them nothing but the best.
Making radio in Jacksonville more fun.
All of Jumanji thanks you.
Because you can use a little more fun in your day. 1010XL, Jacksonville Sports Radio.
As a contractor, finding reliable subcontractors is key to project success. Prosser here. Guys, that's where Lloyd's Heating and Air shines. Not just your mechanical HVAC experts, but your partner, understanding every facet of construction to keep your project on track. Lloyd's will spot issues early before they cause delays. If you're a contractor with a need for reliability, visit Lloyd's LloydsHeatingandAir.com. Lloyd's Heating and Air, keeping you comfortable in every season.
Hey, certainly facing, interesting economic times, right? You look at the Dow Jones. Don't look at the Dow, right? It's so fluid right now. It's fluctuating one way, fluctuating the other way. These tariffs we're trying to get a hold. I don't understand any of this junk. I got to be honest. So what I do is I call my guys at ITP Partners. Jacksonville guys making and taking care of my Jacksonville money. Listen, they got experience, they got expertise, they got knowledge. Something happens, I call Chris Bryan, Jeff Hartman, Reagan Wright, Dan Abel, Janice Cobb, Reed Wingate. Those are the ITP Partners, man. And what they do is they sit down with each of us. They listen to us. We develop together a strategy where our goals become their priority. It's a great time to get started, right? Jump on in. Don't be afraid. Chris at ITPpartners.com. Chris at ITPpartners.com or call 312-9751. 312-9751. They're ITP Partners, and they're my financial partners, not just today, not just tomorrow, but for life.
Hi, folks. It's Frank Frangie. Look, when it comes to glass needs around the home, there's one name I trust, Lee & Kate's Glass. Those beautiful custom glass shower enclosures, maybe a new mirror, a glass tabletop. They can even replace your foggy or cracked glass without having to replace the whole window. Lee & Kate's is local. They're family-owned. They've been a part of our community since 1926. Boy, they've taken care of me, including our brand-new offices at Walk-Off Charities. They did a great job. I promise they'll do the same for you. Visit LeeandKatesGlass.com.
The Drill. From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
Hey, it's Matt Hayes here with a challenge. A challenge might not be the best choice in words, so let's say an opportunity. Take the opportunity to lose 40 by the 4th with Awaken 180. It sounds a little different when you put a real goal to it, doesn't it? Maybe you looked at the scale this morning and it read 230 pounds. How about it reading 190 by the 4th? Maybe the scale says 300. Wouldn't the number 260 be a little nicer on your eyes and on your joints? It's attainable if you have the same results we all had with Awaken 180. I dropped 40 pounds in 9 weeks. Hacker dropped his first 40 in just 6 weeks. Dempsey, Blue, and everyone else I know, same results. And we've kept it off. The best thing about Awaken 180 weight loss, it will completely change the way you think, see, and feel about food. The results are real, attainable, and the process simple with Awaken 180. Take the opportunity and drop 40 by the 4th. It all starts with just one call to Awaken 180 weight loss. Call 844-346-1800 or online at awaken180weightloss.com.
Yo, it's your main man, Eats the Tea here for Twin Peaks, which happens to be the best in the game, by the way. Here, your favorite drafts are poured at a frosty 29 degrees, and rare barrel-aged whiskeys are served just the way you want them. And it's bigger game days than it's bolder fight nights, too. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that's always coming through in the clutch every day, from lunch to late at night? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar. Hit a home run for happy hour and ask your Twin Peaks girl about local specials on drafts, cocktails, shots, and more. And tell them your main man sent you. Come on, somebody.
Chelsea here from Renewal by Anderson. Before you invite family and friends over for summer fun, treat yourself and your home to new windows and doors from Renewal by Anderson. Renewal by Anderson has a great deal to get you started. We're excited to offer our Window of Opportunity Savings Event. Buy 2 windows or patio doors and get the third 60% off. Plus 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 12 months. Restrictions apply. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation today. License number CGC 1527613.
Transmission troubles? I'm Robin Sidbury, owner of Action Transmission Specialist on Merrill Road. So come in and see how we can help solve your transmission troubles. We service all makes and models. Remember, get traction. Call Action at 744-0755.
Frank Frangie here. I was talking to a buddy the other day. His HOA told him his old fence had to go. I said, man, call Coil Fencing. They've been around the block since 1927. Heck, they probably built half the fences in Jacksonville. They do it all. Tough chain link for security. Those fancy aluminum ones the HOA actually likes. Nearly a century of keeping yards safe and looking good. If you need a fence, call Coil. You can trust the folks at Coil. 904-356-4821 or visit coiljacks.com. COYLE Jacks.com.
1010XL is the home of Gator Nation and the Gator Bites podcast presented by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists. I'm Hacker, and we keep you connected with the University of Florida all year long. Get Gator Bites where you find podcasts.
Jimerson Burr is a full-service, Florida-based commercial law firm that has experience and capabilities to handle any legal issue a business is confronted with. Learn more about what they can do for you at jimersonfirm.com.
Buying a diamond, wedding band, or piece of fashion jewelry in Jacksonville? You have two choices. You can go to locally owned Beard's Diamonds, or you can go to one of those mega national chain jewelry stores. The national chains are pretty much all the same. In fact, did you know that some of them are owned by the same conglomerate? Yes, the same Wall Street company owns all the big names. So if you're looking for extreme value with genuine personal attention, come experience the Beard's Diamond difference. At Beard's, our diamonds come straight from the source. We hand select each one for maximum brilliance. We don't have to apply corporate markups and tack on salespeople commissions, so we beat the chains on price every single day. Beard's has the strongest warranties, not gotcha clauses in fine print. Beard's has all the top designers, including Tacori and Viraggio. Beard's doesn't have out-of-state regional managers calling about sales quotas. We are all local, family-owned, with total freedom to do what's right for our customers. Beard's Diamonds, all the selection, quality, value, and service you want from local people, accountable only to you. Beard's in the St. John's Town Center.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the 10-minute drill.
This is a big one.
On 1010XL.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Hit it. Yeah. We got sports concepts. We got sports rationalizations. It's called the 10-minute drill. At the end of the drill, each and every show, just because we love you so, Googans, and we do, we're going to hand out a prize pack that he tells me is razzle-dazzle. E, what you got?
I got a pair of tickets to Brett Floyd, and he's live at the Florida Theater on May 20th. Tickets on sale now at floridatheater.com, but one lucky winner can hit me up at the end of the 10-minute drill to win a pair of tickets today. I'll let your boy.
All right, so some rationalizations. You want to talk about a fall from grace. We talked about Florida's ascension. The descension belongs to the Texas A&M Gig'em Aggies of our friend Joe Deegan, who got swept by previously winless Missouri.
Missouri finally got him.
0-24. No, not one.
Oh.
They swept A&M, and in doing so, A&M, who went from playing for a natty or whatever, national champ, whatever they were. Tennessee won last year. A&M won the year before, whatever it was. A&M was, remember they lost their coach. Your coach went to Texas.
Yeah.
They were number one in the country to start the year. They're not going to make a regional in all likelihood now.
Wow. Oof.
They got swept by Missouri.
And did they start okay and it's just gone terrible, or have they been pretty bad all year?
No, it's.
Were they ranked at one point, Texas A&M?
Yeah, they started ranked.
Well, I know, but I'm just saying, did it immediately fall apart, or is it just
they've
this
been
last
progressively downhill?
Yeah.
I talked about well, let me get a couple other baseball notes. Oh, by the way, as far as A&M, do you get one win away from winning your first Big Three national championship since 1939, and your most successful head coach in program history leaves for your arch rival the next day? That was A&M this year.
Right.
Do you start the season unanimous preseason number one, break the record for fastest drop-off from number one to unranked, and not make the postseason with one of the most talented rosters you have? Do you start 8-1 and are in first place in the SEC to finish
8-1?
Well, this is football. To finish the season losing 4 in a row and finish 8-5. Do you not make it past the second round of the NCAA tournament with one of your better basketball teams in recent memory, and then your head coach leaves again? Do you lose all three big sports to your arch rival in the first season of renewing the rivalry after not playing in 13 years, all in a 12-month span? How many more gut punches do we take?
I will say this.
Tough times at A&M.
It is disconcerting that A&M can't keep Buzz Williams from going to Maryland.
Yeah.
That's just, you should be.
Yeah.
That shouldn't be a better job than yours. Not in the SEC, not anymore.
Yeah, good point.
I mean, and Texas A&M has a program that's been to the tournament as much or more than Maryland in the last 5 years.
All right, I mentioned Aiden King, true freshman at Florida, 5-2, 2.90 ERA, 59 innings pitched. He's thrown a lot. Best true freshman seasons under Sully. Every one of these guys. Hunter Barco recently got promoted to AAA, by the way. Congrats to Hunter.
Oh, good.
So he's rocking and rolling.
Okay. What organization is he in?
I think the Pirates.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
He should have pitched this weekend. He got a win.
Yeah. Hunter only threw 19 innings his true freshman year in 2020, COVID year, but was 2-0 with a 1.4. Jack Leftwich, you remember Jack Leftwich? Had a heck of a 5-5, 4-2 though. Understand, Aiden King 5-2, 2-9. Okay, Alex Faedo, pretty good pitcher.
First rounder.
Yeah, helped Florida win its only natty. 3.23, 6-1. Not as good as Aiden King. Karsten Whitson. Oh, what could have been? Poor kid. 8-1, 2.4.
What happened to him? Arm?
Karsten Whitson, remember he was drafted 9th overall by the Padres coming out of high school.
Is that Ed Whitson's kid?
I don't think so. Chose to go to Florida, and pretty sure that's him. And then Hudson Randall is the other guy. So those are the best true freshman seasons that they ever had. And Aiden King, by the way, is a true freshman in the SEC, has 10 starts. And like I said, he might be SEC Freshman of the Year. So
Karsten Wilson's the pitching coach at Florida. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Figured you would. Boy, I didn't.
He went to, I think he was at South Florida. And so he's, but 5 straight series wins, 15 wins in the last 19, 12-3 in the last 15 games, and 1 series against number 5 Arkansas, number 1 Texas. So it's not just the scheduling. So that
they're playing good. They're playing.
Yeah.
That was why it looked so. That's why you were saying they weren't going to make it. It was because of the schedule.
They were terrible. Yeah,
they were. They were like, okay, they're 4-12, but they play at one this and at that. And versus them is what kind of team is Bama?
Bama's good. They're a ranked team.
So you were trying, and that's a home series, I assume. So if they win, say 2 out of 3 in that one, they'd get back to 500 in the SEC.
Yes.
After that 1-11 start,
and maybe a regional.
And, I think they. Depending, like if they go to where are they in the SEC? By the way, where does that place
in the second half?
If you go to say the Final Four of the SEC tournament, will the tournament matter for the regional sites, or will they make their decisions? I would imagine that Florida's. By the way, I would imagine only because it was way higher than it should have been then. That now Florida's quote RPI is probably top 10. I bet it is.
You know what the beautiful thing is? Just for me on a personal note, it's me and Charlton K. Gainey.
Mm-hmm.
Charlton K. Gainey, after we disposed of Tennessee in hoops, was commenting to me how it's baseball season. He's worried. He's just trying to go back to back, and Tennessee was number 1. Well, the Vols have fallen on hard times. Vols and Vandy played this weekend. Vandy took 2 out of 3, and they got chippy at the end of the game. Typical Tennessee with that fiery coach and their players. They started chirping to Vandy. Vandy wasn't having any of it. They just beat them on the scoreboard. So
I saw that game Saturday kept going and going and going.
Yeah.
I got a rain delay, I think, is what happened. It pushed into something else I wanted to watch. That's how I knew.
I think LSU might be the best team in the SEC, but we'll see.
I got the RPI here.
Yeah, we're up there.
You're ET, can I get pop quiz music, please?
Oh, boy.
Well, I mean, you're Mr. College Baseball. This is really, there's an amazing note about this. But if you could tell me the top 10 teams I'm sorry, I'm going to take out UCLA of the Big Ten, who's number 10, and Oregon State, who is an independent at number 6. Could you tell me the other 8 teams in the top 10 of college baseball's RPI?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, no, but
Okay.
I'll try.
All right.
All right, I'll say RPI. I'll say Arkansas.
Arkansas is number 5 in RPI.
I'll
41 and 11.
I'll say LSU.
LSU is number 7 in the RPI. They're 40 and 12.
I mean, I'm going to go heavy SEC.
Well, I mean, you should. That would be a good
I'll
strategy.
say Georgia.
Georgia's number 1 in the RPI.
Really?
40 and 13.
Wow. Let's go Texas.
Texas is number 4 in the RPI. They were number 1 before the Gators took 2 out of 3.
Who have I said?
You said Georgia.
Yeah.
Texas.
Yeah.
Arkansas and LSU.
I'll say the Vandy boys.
Vandy's number 3.
Okay.
So now you're missing number 2, number 8, and number 9. That's it.
How about sneaky good Auburn?
Auburn number 2, so not sneaky at all. Number 2 in the RPI, 36 and 15 only. They have a team much like
never
Florida.
got these in order.
It must be a lot like Florida because that overall record isn't great. About the same as the Gators, 36 and 15. Okay, you've got 2 more to get, 8 and 9.
I'll say Tennessee.
That That ends the game.
Thanks, Charlton.
Tennessee is number 15.
Can I guess one more?
Yeah, you can keep going. I never quit when you say the game ends for me.
Is FSU there?
FSU, I thought you get them. They're 9.
Okay.
There is one other team from the SEC. They're number 8.
Is it Alabama?
Yeah, why would we play the game? Yeah,
Florida?
It is Alabama.
Oh, okay.
I thought for sure you'd say Florida. But my point is,
I think Florida.
Gators 13.
Yeah, I saw that.
They're 13, which is certainly in line to host a regional, maybe even a super regional, depending on it. So much of that regional hosting, too, is facilities, is it not?
Part of it.
I mean, sometimes they don't, the most deserving doesn't always get it.
All right, E1. Let me also mention this. I talked about in the downtime that softball, 14 SEC teams made it. Top 8 seeds, 7 of them.
This is, by the way, seems to be barreling toward a paring down of major college sports.
Yeah.
I mean, the SEC just sent 14 to the basketball tournament, 14 to the softball.
Yeah.
Big Ten sent in a bunch. We're going to get like a 70-team association here, and the rest of y'all go have fun.
But I do want to shout out to UNF because I think it's their first time they've ever made it. They're going to South Carolina. They'll play Virginia in the first game. And they have a young lady there named Allison Benning. And I believe she has a chance to become...
Annette's daughter.
Granddaughter.
Okay.
I believe she has a chance to become only this...
Karsten Whitson is not Ed Whitson's kid.
From Warren Beatty, too, by the way.
Yeah, correct.
Annette is.
Sure.
Or Allison.
Yeah, Annette and Warren were a thing for a while.
Yeah. They had a love child.
She was a pretty woman.
The love child had Allison, and that's the story.
So there's three generations of loviness.
Yes. But I believe on the field, Allison Benning has a chance to become only the second player. I think I heard this last night on the selection show to hit 20 home runs and win 20 games.
Wow.
She's been a star
Good for her.
them. Yeah, she's had a terrific. She was a transfer.
Heaven
portal.
can wait.
Yeah, transfer portal from Utah. Before we go to break, I need
today's Dan's birthday, by the way. He buried the lead here in the 10-minute drill.
Yes,
so.
yes.
Lot of candles on that cake. I won't count them. I'll leave that up to him.
62 of them.
Let's just say the Social Security called and said you're now eligible.
I'm eligible. I got a whole story on that. But
Okay.
I won't tell you.
Okay.
But
you'll tell me. I'm just not going to say it on the air.
No, I'll tell everybody. I'm not taking it.
Okay.
Because if you're still making money.
Yeah, and you're a money maker. I mean, everybody knows that.
The number is very low in terms of where you get zero. Like, in other words.
Oh, yeah, you make so much they won't give you anything.
They won't give you anything.
Well, that's ridiculous.
They won't give you
In other words, you got to quit your job. This wouldn't seem to implore the economy, but you got to quit your job to get what you're due. Has it always been that way?
I don't know. I
don't think so.
I had a whole big plan. I was going to take the extra money. I was going to give it to my guys at ITP Partners. I was going to get rich. And then they said, yeah, you get zero. I was like, oh, dear. Well, never mind.
He was still working.
Yeah. Culture question.
I'll let your boy.
Lil Wayne. Which one is Lil Wayne?
Weezy. He's a big one. Megastar.
Is he the one with Travis Hunter?
Yes. Travis Hunter's with him. Cash Money. Yes.
Yes. Denise Badeau.
Okay.
Is a model and Lil Wayne's fiance.
Okay. News to me.
Yeah.
Claims. What about Hicken breaking news on E when it comes to Lil Wayne's nuptials?
Claims that he ended their relationship.
Who, Travis did?
Kicked her and her daughter out of his house on Mother's Day.
Wayne kicked them out.
Yeah, Wayne kicked them out. Wow. She also alleges that he physically assaulted her in the past.
Okay.
Now,
he should have tried the tiger trick. Tell her you're going on vacation, then don't show up to the airport. That's an all-time.
Change the locks.
Tiger told his girl, meet me at the airport. We're going on vacation.
Bruh.
Stayed at home, changed the locks.
Oh, that's crazy.
And evicted her.
Yeah.
That is cool. Hey, she got more than she was deserved in that whole thing.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, she latched on a little money train there for a while. Don't kid ourselves.
Just saying.
How could any
I'm just
woman...
saying, Eldrick, don't do that to your current one.
No.
That won't go so well.
End up swimming in the fishes. Yeah, that's correct.
But with the whole Wayne thing, man,
what's up with that?
What's up, E?
My question is,
come on, E.
What's her name?
Denise Badeau.
What role did Miss Badeau play in this for him to kick you out on Mother's Day?
Mother's Day kick out. Her and the daughter.
What role did you play, Miss Badeau? That's all I want to know.
Okay. All right.
So sometimes you got to take accountability.
Yeah.
She's an American plus-size model.
Oh.
Denise Badeau.
Oh, is she?
Yeah.
Let me get the Google one.
She's a lot bigger than Lil Wayne. I'll tell you that right now.
Denise Badeau is?
Yeah.
Right.
There's Denise Badeau right there. I had to look her up. Look at Lil Wayne. Look at Lil Wayne and Denise.
Yeah, a little happy couple. Not anymore.
Wheezy.
What a story. Look at Lil Wayne, man. Lil Wayne's a trip, bro. You want to talk about anybody in America?
Yeah.
Look at Lil Wayne. I mean, he's crazy, too. He's damn crazy, Lil Wayne.
Oh, man.
He's got an odd assortment of, like, acquaintances, too, doesn't he?
Oh, absolutely.
That guy spans the globe of acquaintances. Have you
Considered a
guys seen
genius.
this new thing? I'm sure you've seen it on, I don't disagree with that opinion. Have you seen this new thing? I know it's on the YouTube shorts. I assume it's on TikTok or Twitter or anywhere else. But this putting everybody in their baby form.
Yes.
Like you go to these podcasts and it's Joe Rogan and
Yes.
somebody in their baby. It's funny, man.
It is funny. All right, 641
Probably time for us to do that every day. To put the little hick.
Come
Come
kind,
baby
come kind,
fest.
come courteous, come correct. E, tell them what they're going to win.
Come kind, come courteous, come correct, and win a pair of tickets to Brit Floyd live at the Florida Theater. That's going down May 20th.
All in all, you're just
Tickets on sale right now
Another
at floridatheater.com. But one lucky winner could win something right now. Hit me up right now, 904-641-1010.
Take the straightaway at 200 miles an hour.
He's got him. Oh, there we go.
It's NASCAR's All-Star Race at North Wilkesboro Speedway. Sunday night, NASCAR is tuned up by Maxie's Mechanics on Jacksonville's NASCAR station 1010XL.
Life is just so busy this time of year. Between work, the kids' games, family vacations, I need a yard hero to free up my weekends.
You mean somebody who does mowing and trimming?
Yeah.
How about mosquito control?
Yeah.
What about irrigation and pet waste removal?
You do that too? You're my lawn hero.
Find your lawn hero at heroeslawncare.com. Heroes Lawn Care, because every lawn needs a hero.
Hey, Hicken here from my friends at Zero Res. I love the cleaning freaks from Zero Res. I use them all the time, man. The house looks better, smells better, feels better. Ah, so good, so good. And Zero Res handles every surface in your home. Carpets, tile and grout, hardwood, laminate, stone, upholstery, rugs, air ducts, you name it. Zero Res got you covered. Don't believe me? Check out more than 8,000 raving customer reviews online. Google rating, perfect 5, 4.9. See what the hype is all about. This month, get Zero Resified from Jacksonville's #1 carpet and air duct cleaner. We call it May Mayhem. We give you 3 rooms starting at $149, plus the 4th room is FREE free. Take 20% off the air duct cleaning as well. Call Zero Res right now, 287-5727, 287-5727. Go online at zeroresjacksonville.com and say you want the station special. They'll take great care of you. May Mayhem at Zero Res. Spell it forward, spell it backwards. Zero Res. It's the right way to clean.
Homeowners, storms don't wait, so why should you? Protect your home and your wallet with Universal Roof and Contracting. Save 15% on roof replacements and repairs now through May 31st. Financing is available with payments as low as $115. Call 855-ROOF-HELP for your free inspection. Universal Roof and Contracting, protecting your home, building your trust. License number CCC 057165, CBC 1258484.
UniversalRoof.com. The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
It's Work Zone Awareness Week, Florida. Every year, lives are lost in work zones because of speeding and distractions. When you see orange cones, remember, slow down, follow the signs, and stay focused. Workers are counting on you to get home safely, and so are their families. Let's work together to prevent crashes and save lives. A safety reminder from the Florida Department of Transportation. Slow your roll. Safety's the goal.
Baloo here for Smoonez Vision. Why Smoonez Vision? Well, I've been with Dr. Neil Smoonez now since I got back to Jacksonville in 2006. 37 years of experience he has. Smoonez Vision is a family organization that focuses on personal high-quality medical and surgical eye care. Dr. Catherine Smoonez is fellowship trained in cornea and cataract surgery and all refractive surgery. Combined, that's 30 years plus in laser eye surgery. Visit SmoonezVision.com today. Here you can see.
Right now, they're on their way to disrupt your life, make you uncomfortable, and rob you. Don't bother calling the police. They can't help. That's right. Summer heat and humidity are about to attack North Florida again. You know what to do. Call Mike Merritt. Mike Merritt's Heating and Air has a license to chill. When heat and humidity are attacking you, Mike Merritt provides a comfortable chill at a bargain price. Mike has been keeping North Florida comfortable for 30 years. Mike Merritt technicians are never paid commissions, meaning you'll never be pressured to buy something you don't need. And Mike Merritt knows cooling issues can arise anytime. They don't just happen during business hours. So Mike Merritt never charges overtime fees. When you need us, we're here for you. Remember, in the fight against heat and humidity, Mike Merritt has a license to chill. Visit merrittair.com. Florida license number CACO 50384.
Hicken here with lots more on George Moore Chevrolet. Hey, Justin Moore, what are you doing in our commercial?
Dan, this Moore just wanted to remind folks of vehicles less than $20,000 on our lot. Or you can always go more with our Silverado EV.
I have my boy Blue, that beautiful Gator Blue Silverado. Love, love, love it. And that service department, second to none. Let's just say it means more to Gabe and the boys who take great care of us.
Not to mention, we do more for the community. We love Jacksonville. Been around these parts since 1986.
George Moore Chevrolet. Need I say more?
Gun charges, drug charges. I'm attorney Malcolm Anthony, and I specialize in handling these types of felony cases. Stay out of trouble. But if you don't, call me at 285-4LAW. That's 285-4LAW.
Fred Taylor is now in 1010XL's backfield.
Fred Taylor with 2 touchdowns.
Fred Taylor joins Dan and Jeff on the drill. Monday morning running back with Fred Taylor is fueled by Epstein and Robbins and Monahan Jewelers on 1010XL.
You've got a lot on your plate. The last thing you need is car trouble. At Maxie's Mechanics, we help you keep your cars, trucks, and SUVs running safely. Visit MaxieAutoRepair.com today for honest service, reliable repairs, and peace of mind for you and your family.
I'm here with Clayton Bromberg of Underwood Jewelers. Clayton, you have told us about buying better quality diamonds, but is there any way to start with a smaller diamond and use it to trade up to a larger diamond later on?
Frank, it's interesting you'd ask that because our founder, H.F. Underwood, popularized growing your diamond here in Jacksonville about 50 years ago, and it's something we still do today. When a customer buys an Underwood engagement ring or solitaire diamond pendant or a pair of ear studs, we guarantee they get the price they paid for it on the purchase of any larger diamond. Now, a lot of stores would say, big deal. We do that too, but here's the Underwood difference. We guarantee you get what you paid when you trade in your Underwood diamond, even if you're trading up by only $1. It's not that you have to trade up 2 for 1 like most jewelers ask. There have been literally thousands of people in the Jacksonville area who have taken advantage of our policy, and Underwood still grows a lot of diamonds for a lot of people.
Underwood, serving excellence since 1928. In San Marco, Avondale, and the shops of Ponte Vedra.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
It's your birthday. It's a celebration.
Thank you, friends.
Tonight we celebrate.
Tonight we celebrate.
Seems like time's out of our.
You know what I kind of like to do? You know, we used to have, for the boy King, we used to have Brooksapalooza, like a week-long celebration for his birthday.
Uh-huh.
Kind of as I get older, maybe I'll just start doing that. You know, Danny Palooza. What do you think about that, E?
I don't know if you can hang, man.
Well, I mean, you know, just do what I want. I mean, a bunch of different things.
Okay.
You know,
like what will be included in that?
You know, well, I did like
golf day.
Yeah, and like on Thursday night, I went and watched the Mets play down at the baseball grounds. We talked about that. That was kind of a birthday get together with the family.
Yeah,
you know?
I saw the whole fam was there.
Yeah, the whole fam was there, so that was kind of fun. So
Jeff Noir got an invite, but it's cool.
Yeah, I know. I didn't think you guys want to come see the. Yeah. Well, you would have come.
I would have slid.
You're right.
Jeff would have come.
Yeah, that's a good call. That's fair. That's fair.
I shouldn't lump you together.
I mean, I'm all up for doing a lot of stuff. Like 11:30 this morning, 1 o'clock, noon. I'm your guy. Yeah, 7:30 weeknight.
This weekend, there I was Friday.
Unless it was important to your friend, and then I would be there.
Yeah, sports guy's little G always balance things out, and I had such a good Friday.
Okay. Yeah, your Saturday.
I knew I was in trouble. Saturday. I knew I was wavering, and I was excited because, man, the Garden was electric, and really it was the biggest game at MSG in quite some time. I mean, we had the playoffs last year, but it's the Celtics. We're up 2-0. A lot of excitement. I don't know if Tibbs. I read somewhere, and I'm not enough of a X's and O's guys, but they were talking about Tibbs sort of changed his strategy in the first half and how we were playing defense.
Let him shoot, Tibbs. Get in their head. And they got right.
They weren't switching. And then the second half, they They hung a big number on us in the first half. They only scored 44 in the second half, but it may be because they were up so much it didn't matter. But nonetheless, this is it tonight. This is it. If we win this game, we're okay. If we up 3-1, I'll feel good. If we lose this game, we may not win another.
You're in the same boat that the Pacers were in last night, and they were able to flex and beat the crud out of Cleveland.
Because at some point Boston's got.
It kind of felt like.
But I tell you what, you can get a healthy hate for a dude like Peyton Pritchard real quick.
Sure.
Oh goodness, yes.
Oh Lord.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Oh, Peyton Pritchard, I don't need this guy.
I think of all the crazy, overreactive in the moment questions that we'll see on like that bottom graphic on ESPN every morning, right? We'll see, LeBron loses the game. It's time for LeBron to move on. Should the Lakers rebuild without Luka? This stupid stuff. They had one the other day. There's probably a pretty, at least somewhat valid question. So I'll ask you, like now it's complete now, but was the winner of Game 3 of that series going to win the series?
Yeah.
Like, if the Knicks win it, they're going to win. You don't come from 3-0. I'm not ready to say it, only because the Celtics choked away 2 in a row at home, and all it takes for the Knicks is to win Game 4, and they're going to win the series.
Right. Got to win tonight.
Because Boston is not there.
But if we lose tonight,
Boston, for a champion, for a successful team that's won 126 games the last 2 years, they seem kind of mentally weak, man. Like they could go into and by the other side of that usually is if you let them get hot, and they did the other day. Yeah. Hopefully that hadn't completely changed their.
It might. We'll see.
They needed one more run just to prove to Boston there is no lead.
We've got. You're right. Yeah. We've got the NFL opener. It's been released officially. This is no speculation. Thursday.
Yeah, Tarico's dishing some on the Today Show. Is what's happening.
Yeah.
Hey Jeff, what's your nickname, Dan, this morning? Snooping.
Yeah, Scoop and Snoop. Scoop Snoop. Yeah, Scoop Snoop. Yeah. Was he scooping or snooping on Friday? That's right.
That's a little speculative. Yes. Anyway, this is official. This is locked in Thursday, September 4th, 8:20 kick.
Surprised they used this game there.
The Eagles, and who are the defending champs, so they get to host against the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, it's surprising that they would put that division game right out the gates there. That surprised me a little bit. That's an awful important game, man. Dallas gets put behind the 8 ball quick, and I'm here for it.
Since 2004, 20 defending Super Bowl champs have played in the first game to open the season. Those teams have gone 15-5, including the Chiefs' 27-20 win over the Ravens in last season's opener. So 15-5 for the defending Super Bowl champs.
That was a good game right out of the gates, too.
Dallas, congrats. You'll be 0-1.
Yeah. Remember the 1 year Baltimore, those poor bastages, they had to go play in Kansas City as the defending champ because the Orioles, who that year won like 60, wouldn't move their game?
Yeah.
Hey, nothing like some good civic cooperation.
Yeah.
Joe Yu is on line 1. Do you have any reason to keep him off our air this morning?
No, I love Joe Yu.
All right, good. Sometimes you run hot and cold with him.
He's got a birthday coming up as well.
Okay, good.
Morning, you.
Hello, Joseph.
Top of the morning, Dano. Happy birthday.
Thank you,
Top of the morning, boys.
Thank you.
Just got back from the city. What a great... Our Pope is delivering for his city already.
Which city are you referring to, Joe? Because it could be New Orleans.
People from out the Seven Ward. The Pope is a Prevost. Okay. Everybody in New Orleans, when they were announcing the Pope, when they said Prevost, everybody looked at each other like, Prevost? He's from the city. All you need to do is the littlest of research. And your boy, he's Creole. His parents Creole. They moved during the Great Migration.
Everybody's angling for some love for the Pope. Yeah, I thought Chicago had him.
How about he's just an American, Joe? Can we just be American one day?
I'm just telling his background, and I'll just give you a little history.
All right.
Oh, please.
You didn't know who Anthony Mackie was. I lost all respect for your New Orleans homegrown deal with him. You didn't he still doesn't know.
Because of what?
Anthony Mackie.
Yeah, you didn't know who Anthony Mackie was when I gave you that story about 6 months ago. That annoyed me.
I know several. Mack is a New Orleans name, too.
Yeah, the guy's only gotten bigger. He's now Captain Marvel or something, isn't he?
America.
Yeah, he's been.
That dude.
He's only gotten bigger and bigger.
Huh? Back to the Prevost.
Okay.
So there's a great migration to the Midwest early on. That's what his people did. And a lot of times people moved and they wouldn't know, and then they would die, and they'd be like, how did they die of sickle cell? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They, it's called passing. They were passing, and there was a whole society like that. But anyway, the Pope delivered getting rid of Derek Carr, and everybody at the crib is happy. I don't care who our quarterback is.
Right.
Jeff is 100%. I want us to tank for Arch, which would be great.
Yeah.
If y'all realize how great a figure Archie Manning is to the city of New Orleans, he is loved by everyone. Both his sons are dynamic quarterbacks.
Here's the only issue.
Archibald wouldn't be.
I think you're 100% correct. The Saints and Arch Manning would be a great fit. The only issue The only thing you got to be careful of is that that Manning family. They like to stay in college, man. And you go 1 in 16. And Arch makes at the press conference. Arch says, "I'm coming back. Hook 'em horns." Oh,
we're gonna give Spencer. We're gonna give Spencer a chance, and the guy from Louisville. I mean, he might be 6'5".
Yeah, you never know. It's not.
We got receivers. But here's the thing.
I know.
Except for that Cowboys game, Olave be running open, man, all the time. Derek Carr throwing them hospital balls to get him killed.
I will say this, Joe, if I was, and I'm not, but if I was Aaron Rodgers, I'd rather go to New Orleans and go to, as far as throwing the ball instead of Pittsburgh. You're darn right I would.
Not a Rodgers fan. But,
I know. Well, he's not. So, but you got that Shaheed kid, right? You got Olave.
Shaheed,
I mean,
yeah, we got Hill, man. He was the fastest guy on the team. He's got hurt a couple of times, but people don't realize Taysom Hill's the fastest guy on the team for a couple of years. We had a dynamic, and we got we got Alvin Kamara. I mean, we had everything we needed to have a prolific offense, except Derek Carr, because that idiot Dennis Allen brought his boy in, and we got rid of him. We got a new system. Things are looking great. So, like I said, the Pope delivered for his people now, and
thank you.
We believe we're down with that. All right, boys, y'all take it.
All right, there he goes, Joe. Chucking out of here. We're heading. What's wrong?
I mean, I learned things I had to go get. Joe gets a little long-winded. I went to get some coffee.
Okay.
Did I miss anything? I didn't think so. You were talking about Travis Hunter being now the culture's Tim Tebow, and Tim Tebow is Tim Tebow, and I learned in the break who the Tim Tebow of 1010XL is. Okay. Your girl Molly.
Yeah.
It's just built different, E.T. I just asked Molly, so what'd you do this weekend, Molly?
Oh, did she run a marathon or something?
No, bro. This is not about the marathon. No, we already know she did the mud race. She's doing a triathlon. That athletic side is a side. I'm talking about the other side of what we were talking about earlier. And Molly's, 23, 24 years old?
She's
young lady. A great family.
She's feeding the homeless.
Molly got up on Sunday. Not part of a church group or an idea through the Young Businesswomen's Association or because her parents said or anything else. Molly got up on Sunday. She made flower bouquets for old ladies in nursing home, and she took them to moms in nursing homes. Huh? Not spurred. It wasn't like somebody's idea. This is a person who just woke up and said, you know what I'm going to do today? I'm going to make flower bouquets for the nursing home ladies and take them to moms over there. What in the world, Hick?
Well,
I'm 58. I've never done anything that good.
Boys are missing out.
Intangibly rich, that Molly.
Are you kidding me, dude?
Yeah. Boys are missing out.
That's some good parenting going on up there in Chicagoland. I'll tell you that right now. All right, we're back with more next. It's the Monday Morning Quarterback. We're inside the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
Watch this. The ignition code.
1010XL. Jacksonville Sports Radio.
Call 904-500-COOL. Ideal conditions.
Want to support a locally and veteran-owned company? If you need a new AC, we should be your first and only call. Ideal Conditions keeps you cool. Just ask your AC. Call 904-500-COOL or visit idealconditionsjacks.com.
Call 904-500-COOL.
Honk if you see us. Call for service.
Ideal conditions.
Idealconditionsjacks.com.
Don't you buy a diamond at one of those big box corporate jewelers in the town center until you see what Beard's Diamonds can offer. Hicken to us, the people of Jacksonville. Why? It's the only locally owned jeweler in the town center, man. And yes, Beard's has the best diamond selection in the region. No middleman prices on hand-picked diamonds in all shapes, all sizes. Top bridal designers, Decore Viraggio. And here's something else. Unlike the others, Beard's doesn't have to commission salespeople. Their experts get paid whether you buy something or not. No pressure ever. Their associates are real diamond experts. They'll teach you how to buy a diamond the smart way. We're really lucky to have Beard's here as a refreshing alternative. We love Beard's. The Lupos are great people. You get it all. No compromises. Highest quality personal service. No middleman pricing and unbeatable guarantees. Beard's Diamonds, the only locally owned jeweler in the St. John's Town Center.
For the greenest, luscious lawn on the block, choose the local legends, Roundtree Sod. Don't just settle for ordinary. Let Roundtree Sod deliver you a picture-perfect lawn. To get a free estimate, call 7414-SOD. 7414-SOD.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Enhance your home with Renewal by Anderson's superior craftsmanship and timeless design. Right now, buy 2 windows or patio doors and get the third at 60% off. Plus, 0 down, no payments, and no interest for 12 months. This offer expires May 31st. Renewal by Anderson, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation.
License number CGC 1527613.
The flagship station of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach. The rumors and trades.
That is the game within the game.
The decisions and deadlines.
Our work is not done now.
The off-season overflows with surprising storylines.
I'm all ears.
Let AA Automotive and 1010XL guide you through the off-season.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to our website, CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com, and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
Elbow pain, whether acute or chronic, can make it difficult to do normal activities like playing sports, doing household chores, or even sleeping comfortably. Dr. George Barr here, and no one wants to deal with pain without solutions on how to feel better. We've all heard of tennis and golfer's elbow, but there's plenty more that can cause pain, like osteoarthritis, muscle tears, and nerve entrapment. All are treatable at Barr Orthopedics. Getting you back to full health is our mission, and there's a number of different treatment options we can offer. Call us today or visit BarrOrthopedics.com.
It's ET here, and did you know that slow-speed accidents can still cause serious injuries? Ignoring minor pain today can mean big problems tomorrow. Don't wait. Call my guys at McGowan Spinal Rehabilitation Center, the auto accident experts.
Join us at Miller Electric May 29th from 4 to 7 p.m. We're on the lookout for talented people, from entry level to experienced electricians and foremen, security system installation and service technicians, fire alarm system service technicians, and both senior and junior VDV technicians. This is your chance to get hired on the spot. Meet the managers, indulge in delicious food, and snag some awesome giveaways. Don't miss out on this electrifying chance to power up your career. Miller Electric, May 29th, 4 to 7 p.m., 6805 South Point Parkway.
Out here, you'll find a community of hardworking creators with loyal followers, along with proud moments worth sharing. And farm to table, well, that's just supper. And whether it's a raised garden bed, acres of land, or something for your animals, we've got all the supplies and are happy to share a little know-how.
Welcome to Tractor Supply. Into life out here. McDonald's with your 1010XL Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update brought to you by Southern Oak Insurance. Jaguar fans got their first glimpse of seeing their first round draft pick, Travis Hunter, in action this weekend at rookie minicamp started this Saturday down at the Miller Electric Center. Hunter worked primarily with the offense on Saturday, but is set to start learning more of the defensive side of the ball soon. At rookie minicamp press conference, head coach Liam Cohen shared how pleased and impressed he is with Hunter and the relationships he's developing.
And at the end of the day, it's
about relationships. So for him to be able to get relationships with all the coaches, right? But specifically the extra time, and he's the type of guy that puts it in on his own when he is away from the building. And so the more he can do and continue to do that will only benefit us moving forward.
Head coach Liam Cohen, sound courtesy of Jaguars.com. It's 74 degrees at 8:04. Time and temp brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Mother Teresa on the updates there. Welcome back to the drill.
I don't know who...
the Monday morning quarterback.
I don't know who Rodeo Ron thinks he is.
What do you mean? What's wrong?
Well, I don't know who the hell he thinks he is.
Huh?
I mean, he's firing off at me. My boys are taking the Eagles down week 1. Mark it down. I'll make a wheel bet for that one.
I don't understand why Dallas... Ron, you've been hit in the face too many times with a 2x4 than to fall for this. Ron? What are you talking about, dude? This is the same story every year. This just in. The Cowboys didn't have a good year last year. Things aren't in good place down there in Jerry World. The salary structure is still way out of line. You're paying $1,000 million for a quarterback who's just okay. Yeah, I know. You traded for George Pickens. Tell me you're dysfunctional without screaming it out loud.
Yeah.
So by the way, they may win the game, but Dallas isn't any good.
I'm not winning the game, and I'll bet him lunch. But he hasn't earned the right to come in and disparage the wheel like that.
Yeah.
Like you're all puffed out. Like I'll bet you a wheel spin.
Yeah.
Who do you think you are?
I don't know where Ron. That's usually
I'm almost apt to let you learn the hard way. But you know what, Ron? You haven't earned the right yet to be a part of the wheel. The wheel is historic, and
that's why. You know how many Googans on the text line every day? Oh, wheel bet. You're not wheel betting anything,
wheel, by the way.
That's a good question.
Oh no.
Oh,
E.T. broke it.
Oh no.
You moved the wheel.
Why did he break it? Why did he do that? Did he spin yet?
Whoa.
He already did a spin, didn't he?
Whoa.
Does he owe us a spin?
No, I don't.
We're all caught up on spins, right?
Hey, who took who in the brunch with the tour?
Oh, hold on. I'll get that for you real quick.
Did I have I think I had JT, didn't I?
I think I had Sepp.
You didn't have Sepp, I know that.
I think I said Sepp.
By the way, I think I nailed it. I don't know why I saw it before. Maybe Sepp's put on a little bit of extra weight, but him and Stewie Moore could be twins.
Two fat guys, and that's what you do?
Sepp it was the bald. Does he not have the same build as Stewie? Stewie thought he did. I don't know why you got to make this all mean-spirited.
Well,
he shaved his head. They look exactly alike. They could be twins. That's all I'm saying.
You had Justin Rose and no. Dan had Justin Rose and Victor Hovland.
Ooh, that wasn't good.
Pross had JT and Xander Schauffele.
That's what I thought. I got about $2 million, man.
All right.
I got Colin Morikawa and Ludwig.
That's unfortunate because now you won't get. Well, actually,
that's okay.
this week is.
I'm already out. I was already in third, though. I need to extend. I don't want to go. I don't want to do that anymore. Who did the tour have? This is important.
Rory McIlroy and Jordan Spieth.
No, I probably gained on him.
Yeah,
I gained on him probably $1 million.
Sure.
I bet
for sure.
All right, good.
All right.
Straka's won twice. You know, Straka has. Did I see he has the lowest scoring average on tour?
Straka's a good player.
Yeah, he makes 5 birdies around. That leads to tour. That's a lot of birdies in a round on average.
Shane Lowry has not won a tour event since 15 or something. Did I hear that correctly? It's been a long time for Shane Lowry. A long time for him.
Cowboy fans, you're going to have to go on some Dallas radio station message board. I'm not playing with y'all this morning. Yeah. I don't care about your opinions on Dallas.
Yeah, nobody
what
cares.
you have and
get out of here.
Who you don't and all that. I'm not going to get
call the big D.
Yeah, I'm not going to get into a Dallas conversation. I don't. I got no interest in that.
By the way, back to golf. Best cumulative score to par in PGA Tour events at Quail Hollow since 2010. All right, so the top three scores.
That's where the major is this week, the PGA Championship.
Rory's minus 102 in 50 rounds.
Always played well there.
Ricky next up. Ricky Fowler, minus 47.
Did Ricky not get his first win there?
I think it might have been. In 47 rounds. And then Phil is minus 44 in 40 rounds. So Rory.
Phil will be there, but.
Rory should be the favorite going forward. But that was.
Well, I think, I don't know. Is he the favorite or is Scheffler the favorite? We just don't know. Scotty took the week off after that dominance. He set the, to par scoring record in PGA Tour history last time out. So to be, it's.
By the way,
would you take those two or the field? Are they playing good enough for you to take those two against the field? No.
No.
That's fair. I don't think I would either.
Out of the 18 golfers that have signed with LIV and played in at least 3 majors since joining, 14 of the 18 perform worse on average in major events compared to their 3-year strokes gained average per round in majors before joining.
Wells Fargo was Ricky Fowler's first win.
Dan Hicken theory proven correct.
2012.
That's all I do is win.
Yeah. Drop that stat on me again. You sent me down the Ricky wormhole.
Out of the 18 golfers that have signed with LIV and played in at least 3 majors since joining, 14 of them perform worse on average in major events compared to their 3-year strokes gained average per round in majors before joining.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
And we've pointed out the ones that really
is competition level out of their world.
Well,
I'm sorry. There's something to be said for playing 72-hole events week in 100%. And week out and having the, quote, eye of the tiger, having the mental versus I got my money. It's an exhibition. I don't feel like playing. I'm in shorts. Music's playing. Whack. It's like playing pro-ams or with your buddies. I'm sorry.
All that
it just is.
All that withstanding. I think there's also this. All those dudes could have not left LIV, and they'd have the same amount of majors right now.
I don't think they would have performed worse.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
John Rahm has lost.
Yeah, it doesn't. Now, listen, like I said, and I'll freely admit, some have proven to fall into your category, and some have not.
Yeah.
You know, it's dramatically affected. Dustin Johnson has quit, doesn't care anymore. John Rahm, with no week-to-week competition, isn't the same. Cam Smith would rather fish. And those are 3 really good players. And they're, and Dustin especially is all but retired. And then there are others like Bryson, who it hasn't affected. He's sharp, and in all these majors, he seems like he's at least part of the conversation. But we're about to the point where he's the only one. I think Joaquin Neiman's game is the same. He probably would fall into those that aren't worse. But there's a lot of, I guess the reason that stat is a little dangerous, and I'm not trying to shoot down, I think the truth is it's a mixed bag. For some it has, to your point, and for some it hasn't. But I think if you took Jordan, you could take big names on PGA Tour right now, Cantlay, Spieth, and compare them to the previous, and it may match up that way. That's just kind of the nature of golf to a degree.
Yeah.
I just don't want to be last place in brunch with the tour. That's really my only goal right now in golf. The fantasy season has kicked my buttocks all the way to the Byron Nelson and back. I just don't want to spin the wheel again. That's too much to ask?
No, it's
just
understandable.
A small ask.
Yeah. There's an article out on ESPN ranking 2025 NFL rookie impact for non-first-round picks. In other words, who could have the biggest impact that wasn't picked in the first round? Well, there's some obvious ones. Like the Saints, Tyler Shout is the number 1 pick as offense because
where did this guy come from?
He'll probably be the starting quarterback.
I mean, 3 weeks before the draft, you couldn't pronounce his name.
And by the way, I'm still not sure how to say his name.
It's Shuck.
I already had 3 season-ending injuries while he was in college.
Yeah, it's Shuck. I mean, all Shucks is what they should do. They should run. I said this before. This is a very important evaluation time for the New Orleans Saints now that Derek Carr is retired, and they better make sure they make the right decision. And when the season opens, they damn well better be sending the worst of the 3 quarterbacks out there. They need to lose them all and get Arch. If it's not Arch, then get somebody else. I'm not believing in Tyler Shuck. I don't know what y'all are talking about with this, man. This guy played 5 years of major college football, and not once did we think anything big time about his pro future. So, no. I'm not a believer in Tyler Shuck. Not going to do it.
R.J. Harvey is second, the running back from UCF. He went to the Broncos with the 60th pick. Obviously, the Broncos need a running back. So
yeah, Javonte Williams just petered out there. So I think, was he a first or second rounder too now?
A couple other guys. The offensive lineman, I don't know how to say his name, went to the Dolphins with the 37th pick.
Sure.
Jonah Savanea.
Yeah.
From Arizona. Quinshawn Judkins from the Browns. Travion Henderson to the Patriots.
Those are 2 running.
Caleb Johnson to the Steelers. I think that's a good pick.
There's a bunch of This is a running back heavy list.
Where's my
makes
guy?
Sense.
Where's our guy?
That's
Bashal? I need Bashal Tootin.
That's easy, by the way. Those are easy projections because it is running backs who get opportunity and have proven they're.
Mason Taylor, tight end.
LSU.
Tate Ratledge.
Guard from Georgia.
Went to Detroit. Jaden Higgins, Mr. All Guaranteed.
Yeah, that's the receiver. Where do you go, Houston?
And Dylan Fairchild to the Bengals.
That's it.
Those
We
are the
got
top
nobody?
10. 4 more to watch. Nobody. Defensive players. Carson Schwessinger, top of the second round. The Browns. Nick
linebacker.
Amanawari. I liked him, right?
That's a South Carolina
guy. Will Johnson fell in the draft.
Yeah, but it's weird. He kept seeing good things about him through it. So
got that knee. Bad knee.
We'll see.
Let's see. Anybody else that we would?
No Renshaw.
Andrew McCuba, somebody that used 64 to the Eagles. 3 more to watch. Nothing. We got nothing.
That's too bad.
Nothing.
That's a shame.
Sons of guns. Where are our guys? Where are our guys?
Our guy is our guys.
We got our guy.
Our guy is our guys.
Yeah, we got our guy. All right, we'll take a break. We'll keep it rolling. This is the drill on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The home of the home team you grew up with.
Well, Fred Taylor is the whole package. Fred Taylor, every time he touches it, he's a candidate to go the distance.
Jaguars, pride forever. 1010XL.
Are you struggling with hair loss? At IHRS, we understand because we've been there too. We're dedicated to finding the best solution tailored just for you.
My hair looks great. It was thinning, and IHRS restored my hair.
It's now fuller, it's thicker, voluminous. It's made me feel great.
With the latest technology and FDA-approved laser therapy, PRP, and non-surgical hair addition, we offer guaranteed solutions for men and women.
With over 35 years of experience, IHRS found a hair restoration for us, and we can find one for you.
For me.
For me.
And me too.
Visit hairforme.com or call 904-777-IHRS. Get a free microscopic analysis and get to the root of your problem. This $395 analysis is yours for free. Call 904-777-4477 now.
Hey, imagine having a doctor available to you any day, anytime. That's my doctor, Rick Townsend. You know, it's concierge medicine, and it's happening. It's happening right in front of our eyes, and boy, it's going great. I love this concierge medicine, man. I get a call from Doc T. Got all my results, my test results for my yearly physical around my birthday, and got great news. Everything's working. Everything's good, so that's appreciated. And listen, when you're not feeling well, you need an appointment, you go in right away. That's concierge medicine. You have a medical emergency, you call him right away. He calls you right back or answers the phone. That's concierge medicine. It's like being a member of an exclusive golf club. And Doc T is one of the best doctors I know. Navy trained, graduated from Wake Forest. They do it all. Yearly physicals, office or virtual visits, cancer screenings, referrals to specialists. MyPVConcierge.com is the place to get all your answers. MyPVConcierge.com. Check it out. Check it out today.
Guys, want a golf course fairway quality lawn? TopDressing.com just landed in Jacksonville with the golf course secret for St. Augustine grass homeowners. A patented process that aerates and turns your turf into a fairway stunner. Serious golf course technology, but in your yard. Less water, tighter cuts, total neighborhood domination. No one else scores a perfect 10 lawn. Hit TopDressing.com now. You will own the block. Top dress your yard like the pros with TopDressing.com.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
Have you got concrete or asphalt rubble piling up? Arcosa Crushed Concrete will pay you for it and recycle it. They're just minutes from Everbank Stadium on Talleyrand. Call Arcosa Crushed Concrete and get paid for what you don't need. ArcosaCrushedConcrete.com.
All right, gentlemen, we've trained for this. We've battled the elements. But if there's one thing we can't afford, it's letting the heat take us out before the big game.
But, Coach, the AC at my house is busted. I barely got any sleep last night.
Well, Johnson, you should have called Cool Cats Heating and Cooling. They're the real MVPs. Now let's cue the cool music.
Cool Cats Heating and Cooling. Cool Cats. The coolest cats in town.
Hi, I'm Malcolm Anthony. Have you been charged with a crime? You don't have to face it alone. I'm here for you. Stay out of trouble, but if you don't, call me. 285-4LAW. That's 285-4LAW in the 904.
Go inside your home team's locker room with Jags beat reporter Hayes Carline.
Check out my blog at 1010XL.com.
So you can catch all the news and nuggets you need to know.
My blog is brought to you by Roland Reach Plumbing,
where quality and experience count.
Hacker here, and let's talk sincerity. You know, there's a big difference between someone tossing you a casual, hey, how you doing, and genuinely asking, no, really, how are you doing? At Awaken 180, I felt that sincerity every single week while dropping 122 pounds, and I still feel it every month in free maintenance for life. Sure, seeing that number plunge on the scale was incredible, but what truly pushed me across the goal line? My amazing Awaken 180 coaches. They coached me up like I was prepping for draft day, always in my corner, sincerely invested in my success, and check this out. I'm going on a cruise in a couple of weeks, complete with formal night. Now, normally, cameras and I have a strained relationship. I hated taking pictures, but thanks to Awaken 180, the camera and I have made peace. No more ducking photos. Want results you can actually keep? Do what we all did and call 844-346-1800 or book online at awaken180weightloss.com.
Jacksonville, you know a good defense wins games, and a good fence protects your home. Frank Frangie here. Coil Fencing has been around the block since 1927. Literally, they probably fenced it too. From tough chain link to sleek aluminum fences your HOA will love, Coil is the name to trust. Nearly a century strong and still standing tall. Call Coil today. You can trust them. Call 904-356-4821 or visit coiljacks.com. That's COYLE Jacks.com.
I'm here with Danny Van Sickle, director of the Electrical Training Alliance. Danny, tell me about your program.
Hey, Rick, we're a 4-year electrical apprenticeship. Our students start out making over $40,000 a year and right now make over $90,000 a year, including benefits. There is no tuition or student debt. You just have to apply and get accepted.
Did you say no tuition and no student debt?
You heard that right, Rick. Once you're accepted to the program, your only cost for the books and the course fees. About $800 a year.
That sounds like an amazing opportunity. How can I learn more?
Just go to etajax.org and you can apply there.
Apply by May 15th.
Lucas Tree Service is a certified arborist and a local family-owned business with over 45 years of experience. They specialize in tree removal, trimming, and stump grinding for both residential and commercial properties. Get prepared for storm season and receive top-notch customer service from Lucas Tree Service, 904-241-3533. Online at lucastreeservice.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, crank it up, Jacksonville. Welcome to the drill. We're hanging out here on a moon day. May 12th, 1963 was the day I was born on Mother's Day, Sunday, May 12th, 1963.
Look at you.
Yes. So I think about Junebug. Yesterday was Mother's Day. Hopefully everybody had a great Mother's Day. Took care of all the moms in your lives.
It was a busy weekend for me. Heck, I had one of those weekends where I feel like I need a weekend to come off the weekend. That's just how it was, all the different things going on. We had a lot of grandbaby duty, and that was fun as well. Like I will say this, Heck, to all my 50-sums and 60-sums out there, or maybe it's happened already or it's going to happen, or at least you're in that life stage. Man, you just don't even know about that little joy bomb that's coming your way. These grandkids, just joy bombs, bro.
Joy bombs.
Just drop in little joy bombs on you. It's brighten your whole life. I mean, it's just awesome to get to relive some of those early childhood things that you did as a parent without all the pressure and the consternation that you carry when you're doing it the first time around. And
Fair enough.
It's just been so we had an awesome weekend, a busy weekend though. I mean, I went hard from Friday and all the way through yesterday. Got down to see Nance and Holmes yesterday. Spent some time with Mom on Mother's Day, and of course my wife and mother of my kids got hers, and we had a good weekend, a busy one though.
Jeff, the Houston Texans are plus 120 and the favorites to win the AFC South this year. The
That's not a real good number.
Jags are plus 280. Colts are plus 290. AR.
Anthony Richardson.
Yeah, 7-hour surgery.
Oh, don't tell me he got a tattoo.
He sure did.
Did he go under?
And by the way, yes, 7 hours.
First one?
Who?
It's not his first one, is it?
It can be his first
No.
one.
What was the point? Oh, because he went under?
He probably got a big back piece or something.
Yeah, they get these. I've seen 4 guys do it here.
Recently,
yes, I've been seeing these guys, and I'm like, man, I don't like that.
It don't
What's
hit
the
the
problem?
same.
What's
It's
your
so long, and it's easier for them just to get knocked out and let the guy do it. But I mean, I don't think that's smart.
For guys who are into tattoos, they'll call those guys like weak. It's like because it's like you're literally going under anesthesia to get a tattoo. It's not the same as like actually going through the process.
It's a crazy full body back tattoo themed around his love for God and gambling. An angel, a roulette wheel, a Spartan, and a lion. He was put to sleep for 7 hours.
I don't know if that exactly mixes together.
Well, they don't. The two don't go together, except for this. Oh God, please let me hit this one. Yeah. I don't think God is like. Yeah, I don't think God's giving you a little wink. We're good to go on the gambling. I mean, whatever. We all make plenty of mistakes. There's worse ones to make, but yeah, I don't know if those two mesh.
We talked about, speaking of quarterbacks, Derek Carr. He retired abruptly this weekend, $205 million in earnings. The QB class of 2014 is out. We had Derek Carr on this program, by the way, pre-draft. Nice young man, said all the right things. Balake made $47 million, not bad. Johnny Manziel only 7.7.
It's crazy.
Teddy Bridgewater made $64 million and counting, I guess. Derek Carr $205, Garoppolo $154. The Savage Beast made $3 million. Aaron Murray made $1.2. AJ McCarron made $16 million.
He stuck around as a backup. Yeah. He might still be in the league, McCarron.
He was in like the UFL, if I'm not mistaken. One of your favorites, Zach Mettenberger, made $1.7
from what was that, LSU?
David Fales made $3 million. Keith Wenning only $387,000.
That's too bad, Keith.
Taj Boyd only $78,000.
Clemson's
Garrett
finest.
Gilbert Grape made $2.6
You know
million.
what's interesting about that, and you might look at this year's quarterbacks and come up to the same conclusion, but the two best quarterbacks were Carr and Garoppolo. And that's not a great class. Those are the two best. They were better than Blake. They were better than Bridgewater. They were better than a lot of them.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, but that's pretty
Carr has this distinction, Dan. And he's, what did we say he was? Like 21st all time in passing yards, but he's the only quarterback in NFL history to have 40,000 career passing yards and not win a playoff game.
Wow.
Yeah.
He played in one, right?
I know they
think they had the best.
They lost. They had the one where they had to play Matt McGloin, remember? Because Carr got hurt.
Right, the Del Rio team.
And then I think they had one more after that.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, with the Basucci it took them. Remember, they went as a wild card.
Yes.
Or is that who it was?
Biasucci?
Yeah, Biasucci.
Biasucci.
Who came in, and then they fired him, of course, because they're the Raiders.
Gentlemen, I made an observation this weekend.
Please, E, share it with us.
Because I was in attendance at the practice, and like we've noticed this, we've said this, but what Travis Hunter is bringing to Jacksonville is a lot of eyes.
Right.
Because when I was there, I literally saw a dad, a kid, he had a Trayvon Walker jersey. Pretty fresh, brand new jersey.
Okay.
Kid was like, I don't know, 5, 6 years old.
Okay.
He walked out the pro shop. He said, here, son, put this on. And it was a Travis Hunter jersey. The kid said, why? He was like, this one's better. So he put on the Travis Hunter jersey. But just all weekend, clips from that mini camp was circulating all over the internet. So Travis Hunter's bringing a lot of eyes to Jacksonville.
I think that's 100% correct. I'll say it this way. You know, I work at the TV station, and when Trevor Lawrence came through, and he made his first appearance as a Jag, you got a lot of requests nationally and from other cities. Hey, are you guys shooting the Jags practice? We'd love some Trevor Lawrence video. Probably the only time that we've seen is Travis Hunter. A lot of requests, right? Fox,
CBS, everywhere.
Colorado wanted some. Everybody wanted Travis Hunter video of him at practice. So yeah, that's an excellent observation and spot on. Correctly, he means and will mean a lot. And of course, the better he is, the better it'll get. And there is a certain. I think Jeff had a good point. Mason Graham would have been fine, but it would have been, we got Buzz back, and Buzz is good. I mean, now, again, are we the kings of the offseason? Are you ready for Danny Downer's stat of the day?
Oh, here we go.
Can't we put Danny Downer away for a couple months?
We can't. Danny Downer keeps it real. Danny Downer has to be part of it. And
His name is Hicken. He's the
we need the Debbie Downer music for some of these now.
It's Dan Hicken.
Which is fine.
Thank you, Balls. Danny, thank you so much. In the last 10 years, the New York Jets have had 9 losing seasons. 9 losing seasons.
Here it comes.
The New York Giants, the Cleveland Browns, and the Carolina Panthers have had 8 losing seasons. But right behind them, along with Denver and Vegas and Chicago and Atlanta, the Jacksonville Jaguars with 7 losing seasons in the last 10 years. Pittsburgh and Kansas City have had 0 losing seasons. Seattle's only had 1. Baltimore and Buffalo 2. Minnesota, Dallas, the Rams, Green Bay, and Philly 3. That's where you want to be, my friend. That's where you want to be. Not at 7. Not at 7 out of 10. No. 7 out of 10 means you have no. 7 out of 10 means you've got January plans. 7 out of 10 means Cabo in mid-January. You know what that means.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. We can't have that. So anyway, what?
All the ways to tell you about a new disease, killer bees. I wish I knew the lyrics. Here comes Danny Downer. Here's what I take out of this is something that has kind of dawned on me.
Mm-hmm.
These guys have come in talking a big game, Dan, and then they've turned right around and done exactly what they said they were going to do. If they don't mention Gabe Davis, because Gabe Davis is getting cut. If they say the offensive line stinks, they're going to go get 8 new offensive linemen. If they look, they're bold. Mm-hmm. They're not take the safe route, make that work best.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this position won't bust. This one will do that. And by the way, the sight of Mason Graham puking on the sideline during the first weekend of warm-ups is alarming. And he looks slow and sketch, and it looks like it would have been a god-awful draft pick through, a month of evaluation. It will, yeah. Anyway, point being this. You don't trade next year's first rounder. You don't get up this year's first rounder to move up to number 2 and get a receiver. You just don't do it.
Mm-hmm.
When you make that move, you do it because of the incredible versatility, the unicorn that Travis Hunter is. So I guess the point I'm trying to make, and without belaboring, I've said this a couple of times this morning, is if there is a projection out there for the amount of defense that Travis Hunter plays, because the Jaguars have said, E.T., get that Liam Cohen soundbite ready on what will be happening, when they get together next week. I think it was the third one, but double check for me. It seemed after the draft, Dan, that they're really slow playing what Travis Hunter would do on defense. We're going to put him on offense. We're going to get this playbook down. The plan will be to integrate him a little bit on defense, but they made it sound like Travis Hunter would be an offensive starter and would play some defense, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we've had one 3-day shorts and T-shirt workout, and Liam Cohen said this about Travis Hunter's immediate future here in Jacksonville.
Yeah, next week. Yeah, he'll be able to get integrated next week on the defensive side of the ball. We just kind of ended up making a decision that from yesterday to today, we wanted to be able to clean up some of the things that we may have been able to miss yesterday, get extra reps on the offensive side of the ball, and next week he'll start to roll on defense.
I mean, we've gone from, really, he's going to be a receiver first, and we'll get some defensive packages for him to, we're going to get him. So, point being this, and I do want this, Dan. I want, and Scoop/Snoop is projecting the Jags to have a home game to open the season.
Correct.
If on the road, week 2 is accurate. And I want them to make history. I want him to be in the starting lineup on offense and defense, Dan. It matters to me. I know it's ceremonial. Let him play a play and bring him out. If not, let's get the whole thing started that way. Let's get it started with the uniqueness. Yeah, I mean, right out
the opener.
And by the way, and send the message. That's who we drafted. We drafted 2. Somebody had a real good comparison.
Mm-hmm.
We tried to say, what's it like drafting? It's like drafting the Diggs brothers.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Trayvon Diggs at corner and Stephon at receiver.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, that's a good one. Both of those really good players. Maybe not because to sit here and think he's going to be the best receiver in the league or the best corner in the league, that's a little much too, no?
Yes.
You just want to be that conversation, that all-pro level player, and you'll be more than fine. But I really think that we're going to see, I think he's going to play all the time, Dan. I think he's going to play almost every snap. I think by the time we get 3 or 4 weeks in, we got the rhythm down. He's the best. If we have a cornerback better than him, then he shouldn't play. But if we don't, we're the Jaguars. He should.
Absolutely.
And I think that's their plan. I don't think they're going to be meek about it, I guess, and safe. I think they're going to go to the wall.
All right, let's do this. Let's grab a break. We got Freddie T on deck.
Should have Freddie T on deck.
All right, this is The Drill on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Do you realize where we are? No. Look around, man. The clean, modern aesthetic, the cool blue color palette. We're in
1010XL.
Man, jack of all trades, masters of none. It just feels like at every turn nowadays, every company can do all work. Not us. Hi, Stevie Beachurst here, second generation plumber right here in Jacksonville, Florida. We are your master plumbing company that only focuses on all your plumbing needs. So for your next plumbing job, don't call another Jack. Call Beatrice Plumbing, where plumbing is what we do and plumbing is what we're great at. Beatrice Plumbing, here to help.
Hey, you ready to reclaim your backyard? Serving Northeast Florida since 1977. That's a long time, baby. Surfside Pools is a trusted name for expert pool design. Family owned and operated. They offer it all, right? Pool service. I love Surfside Pool. They come every Friday. Unbelievable. Got my pool looking Caribbean blue. They got equipment repairs. They got commercial maintenance. They got remodels. And, of course, they have new pool construction. Let Surfside Pools transform that backyard of yours into an oasis. Are you ready to float happy? Visit surfsidepools.net or call 246-2666. Surfsidepools.net. Surfside Pools and Spas. It's where luxury meets leisure.
Lauren Brooks here for Terminix. Did you know that mosquito bites could lead to heartworm for your dog or cat? When mosquitoes show up, pet parents want them gone. Terminix takes mosquitoes down fast, just like they did at my house for our pup. Terminix knows that pets are part of the family. They do what it takes to help protect them. When mosquitoes show up, so does Terminix. Don't live with a mosquito problem, Terminix it. Visit Terminix.com today to schedule a free inspection online. That's TERMINIX.com.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
A chipped windshield can turn into a big problem fast. Lauren Brooks here. Trust Novus Glass of Jacksonville for expert repair and replacement. Call 904-289-2905 for Novus Glass in Orange Park. 904-289-2905.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
When it comes to your utility bill, JEA wants to help you use less so you can save more. We offer a variety of free programs, like efficiency and irrigation assessments that'll teach you ways to conserve energy and water around your home. Our alerts will let you know when your utility usage has reached a set amount, and our rebates can help you save when upgrading to more efficient appliances and equipment. Find even more ways to save at JEA.com.
Get this. Joey and me were supposed to go to this concert next week, right? But then something terrible happened. Joey was driving without a seatbelt. But he didn't wreck. No, he got pulled over. Now Joey has to pay for a seatbelt ticket instead of a concert ticket, and I have to go by myself. How lame is that? So Joey, if you're out there, you're an idiot. Wear your seatbelt or you'll get a ticket.
All across the country, cops are cracking down. Click it or ticket, day and night.
Funded by the Florida Department of Transportation.
Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you. For lost or broken keys or nearly any make and model of vehicle, call 722-1111 for Instant Keys locksmith service.
Weekends were made for sports, and I'll tell you my take on this weekend's most interesting options. 1010XL's Media Mogul Hicken here. Watch for Musing with the Media Mogul on YouTube and Facebook. Made possible by Tucker Equipment Rentals in Neptune Beach.
Bueller. Stay cooler with Bueller.
Jason, I don't see how a new air conditioner is going to work out for me.
Well, you like air conditioning, right?
Oh, yeah, totally. But a new air conditioner could be expensive.
Well, not if you...
I mean, to save up the money, I probably have to give up my extra hot skim latte every morning. Now I fall asleep during a staff meeting, get volunteered for the summer picnic committee, and end up sitting in the dunk tank all afternoon getting water up my nose.
Okay, look at it this way. Put on these sunglasses. Whoa. Bueller Air and Plumbing puts in a new AC. We hook you up with affordable financing, and you stay cool and comfortable for just $149 a month. Cool?
Cool. I see it now.
Life can be hard on your budget. If you suffer through the heat because of a broken AC you could totally afford to replace, you could visit.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
Hey, don't buy a diamond at one of those big box corporate jewelers in the town center until you see what Beard's Diamonds can offer. Hicken here. Beard's Diamonds will give you a better price on a better quality diamond. Beards, they're not beholden to Wall Street. They are beholden to the people of Jacksonville. Why? Because they're the only locally owned jeweler in the town center. Yes, Beards has the best diamond selection in the region. No middleman prices on hand-picked diamonds, all shapes, all sizes. They also have the top bridal designers like Tacori and Verragio. And here's something else. Unlike the others, Beards doesn't have commissioned salespeople. Their experts get paid whether you buy something or not. So no pressure, ever. Their associates are diamond experts. They'll teach you how to buy a diamond the smart way. We're really lucky to have Beards here as a refreshing alternative. You get it all. No compromises, highest quality, personal service, no middleman pricing, and unbeatable guarantees. Beards Diamonds, the only locally owned jeweler. They're at the St. John's Town Center.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, another great guest on the Checkmate Coatings phone line.
Hello.
Your floor's missing piece. Now, Dan and Jeff hand it off to our halfback.
Fred Taylor, every time he touches it, he's a candidate to go the distance.
Monday morning running back with Fred Taylor is fueled by Epstein & Robbins DUI defense firm and Monahan Jewelers on 1010XL.
Oh, yeah.
All right, it's a fun time of the week. Monday morning running back. We talk with our buddy Fred Taylor,
yeah.
pride of the Jaguars.
I got a lot of things
Pivot
to cover with
host.
Fred. Yeah.
All kinds of cool stuff happening.
I haven't watched the whole Pivot episode, but you had Fred. Good morning, by the way. How are you?
Good morning, Freddie.
Good morning, guys.
Yes.
Happy Monday.
Thank you.
Yes,
You too.
yes. Appreciate it. Appreciate the time. Listen, I didn't watch the whole thing, but I saw y'all had Jaden Daniels' mom on.
Timely.
Right?
Yep, a little pivot.
Yeah. I thought that was good, and it's interesting because I said the same thing about, you remember what I've said about Justin Thomas's dad?
Yeah, two involved.
Sometimes they're two. I mean, and so I'm just curious your thoughts, and I don't think there's a right or a wrong, and I think she has some great points, but I also think like when
I'm a leave-in. You were hard on that one recently.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
Papa.
Oh yeah. But I also think that when you're in the when you're going out on a date and mom's in the car, it's a little concerning to me. So
Yeah,
personal
I think
preference, probably.
yeah.
You know what? I think so. I think it's more of that part, the little snapshots that
Yes.
people are getting. You know, when they're walking the red carpet or they're
Yes.
attending a basketball game.
Yes,
or,
yes.
You know, let's say she could be getting dropped off while he's on a date or something, or you know. So it's all perception, right? And she convinced us that she's not a helicopter mom.
Okay,
She's doing her
right.
job.
All right.
She doubled down on the fact that she has two degrees, business degrees. She's an agent. as well
She's
as
in the business.
manager.
That's for sure. She's
Yeah.
in the business.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So she's certainly deep in the business. But she's such an amazing woman, and we don't know their journey. You know, we don't
Right.
know what it took for them to get to where they
Also
are.
true.
And, you know, for Jaden to be in the position that he's in. I mean, she put that work in when the cameras weren't on them. So I am one that firmly believes in just let them do their business and mind my own business. You know, it's an easy story, and it has nothing to do with Jaden Daniels as an athlete playing football and all that. There have been vultures that prey on these players, on athletes for years, for decades. I was one victim who got taken advantage of.
Yes.
And there have been several other players that have been taken advantage of. And one thing for sure is that his mom is going to impede any of that. You know, so, and I think more guys, if they had the ability to, they had, you know, a mother who's qualified, certified as well, to be able to manage their day-to-day, with someone they know they can trust in, I'm sure they would allow it.
Yeah.
Now, it does get a bit sketchy when you see them, you know, on every red carpet, every game, every, I don't really want to call it a date, but on every outing, let's call it
an outing. Yeah, very good.
And then it raises some red flags, but, you know, at the very end of the day, it's their business.
Well, I will say this.
Fair enough.
Most people, in the context of Jaden Daniels, they need him as fans of the quarterback, Jaden Daniels, of what he does on the field. So regardless of what his personal makeup is, family dynamics and all that, it certainly doesn't affect the kid on the football field. And by the way, he's a great young man, right? His teammates love him. He won a Heisman. He took these terrible Commanders team all the way to the NFC Championship game. I mean, if we need to do sleepovers with mom and the girlfriend, then whatever works.
Yeah, I think if Jaden had a problem with it, he would acknowledge it. You know, he would let his mom know, like, look, hey, we got to shut this down. But it doesn't affect him. She's been his ride or die, you know, since getting him involved in soccer that eventually led to football. And she's been on his side. And it's crazy that people actually knock her for being there every moment for her son, which is just kind of weird to me.
I bet he was a heck of a youth soccer player.
I got another pivot observation.
Another pivot?
Well, you know.
All right.
I put Freddie, you know, in this proper space here as the international media superstar, and not a couple of local yokels like we are.
I like to call us slappies.
But we did.
Slappies.
We local slappied this story. Let the record show ahead of the pivot, probably because we're on every day and we have that ability.
Yes, sir.
But they, like us, put their brain trust to work.
Okay.
To try and answer the question that has been sweeping the country: 100 man versus a gorilla. How did y'all land? How'd y'all land,
they did
Freddie?
it.
Yeah.
Okay.
How'd you land? Does it depend who the men are, or what's the deal?
The pivot crew landed on. We won't be, well, two of us won't be in the 100-man equation.
That's what we said. We'd be running. We would be the part.
I'm going the other way.
Yeah.
So Channing decided that he's going to run up on the silverback first. And he's going to die first, unfortunately.
Yes.
We'll have to decide if we want to get a third partner or just carry on.
Yeah.
But someone has to remain behind.
Yes.
To give the eulogy.
Legacy, right?
By the way, Freddie, it's a painful death, too.
Right.
It's not a happy death.
I don't go easy.
It hurts.
Yeah,
I can imagine. But Channing somehow tried to compare wrestling alligators, which he does so often.
Yeah, no, not the same.
No.
Channing,
gorilla.
No.
And you ever heard of this? The phrase, the catchphrase, pun intended. You got alligator arms.
Yeah.
Well, the alligator arms and the gorilla's arms are totally different. And
the gorilla's smart too, Fred. We're leaving that part out.
Yeah.
Gorillas can kind of, they're not just all, they can figure out what's going on.
No, the limbs are coming off.
Oh, 100%. They're going to be throwing you around like it's some sort of movie, like it's a Marvel movie, Dan.
We even went to this one, Fred. Like, okay, so forget 100 men, but so Channing would tell you that 100 Channing Crowders would beat the gorilla.
And if 50 sacrificed their life, they probably could.
Yeah, I know 100 Dan Hickens, 99 of us are running away, like turning and running. We might get caught, which wouldn't be good, but nonetheless, we would get the heck out of there. So, hey, Fred, I got a question about rookie minicamp.
Yep. I'll actually be I want to phrase it properly, but Tony Boselli, he's leading the way in this rookie dinner tonight. It'll be, I believe, a first introduction that I'll have.
Okay,
to
good.
The rookies. I was invited to participate alongside Tony. You just try to drop some knowledge, words of wisdom.
Oh, I love that. I love that.
The guys to the team.
Yeah.
All that sort of fun stuff. And I'm looking forward to it.
I think
your question about the minicamp.
Well, I was just thinking, I know say you come in as a rookie, and man, you want to impress, but you also, you've just. It's been a few weeks. You're probably, I don't know what type of shape you're in, et cetera, where you are as a rookie. Do you want to, I guess you don't, as a coaching staff, I think you want to work on the mental side of things, but not as much the physical. I don't want you flying around going full speed and doing all that like here in May, I guess is what I'm saying. I mean, does that factor in for you as an athlete, or are you just full go 100%? I'm on the field. I'm my natural instincts take over.
Well, I can say you would be a coach who would be fired because.
Well, there's a million reasons why that would happen.
Full speed.
Yeah,
we fire each other every morning.
It's only one speed, right? I mean, if you're going to compete, you're going to show what you got. You want to show what you have.
Okay.
You want to show this is why you drafted me. I am the real deal. It wasn't a mistake. You're going to be out there flying around.
Mm-hmm.
And any coach that tries to slow you down outside of the drills that we're supposed to, be going full speed, then I think that's an issue. But they'll have drills where they want to taper them down, three-quarter speeds here or there. But then you have the competitive drills where you have to go one-on-one, where you have to, run routes full speed to get timing with the quarterbacks, et cetera. The DBs get an opportunity to work on their back pedals, their brakes, in real time. So you want to build up to that throughout camp, but there will be moments you have to go full speed. And as a rookie coming in, I can give you an example for myself. I just had a natural gift. I didn't always train hard the first year, and I ended up having a back spasm, and that back spasm led me to the training room, which I thought, because it was something I never felt before, I thought my career was done.
Oh, boy.
And I was crying, and, you know, a lot of that was due to not working out properly prior to coming to minicamp. I was kind of celebrating still getting drafted, honestly. And I got to camp, and that sort of spasm kind of kicked in. I went to the training room. I was crying. My good friend, who's still in the building now, Skip Richardson, he kind of said, "Bro, don't put too much pressure on yourself," basically, is what he was saying. Things kind of calmed down. I was able to go back out there and perform. These kids, it's less physical nowadays. And I think they'll be just fine. But they do want to come in and try and make a first impression, but also be mentally ahead of the game in terms of knowing their playbook and where they're supposed to be in the building.
Pross, I got to be honest. I didn't hear a thing he said after he fired me.
Yeah, well,
I'm down in the dumps.
He shuts down that way.
Yeah.
That's bad. I mean, I don't.
He just canned me. Boom, I'm out.
He gets fired like 3 times a week, so should be used to. He gets fired 3 times a week.
We're making a move already, Fred. I'm out.
Listen, you say you're going to the rookie dinner tonight. I would like to expect this would be an intangibly rich move to me that if at some point of the evening, both Bashul Tootin and LaQuinn Allen take the time to sidle up to Fred Taylor and pick your brain just a little bit as a dominant player here. I think that would show some awareness on their part. But if you had, like, what is a tip you give to a rookie running back like that? I know you've talked about some of that just here in these last few minutes, but obviously you're not making, you know, your biggest impact in these first few workouts. At what point does that come? And, you know, when it comes to pacing and expectations, what kind of advice do you give these young cats?
Well, I'm going to tell them the same I tell all the rookie running backs when I meet them: go break my rookie record.
I like it.
And chase as many of them as you can, which means we'll be in a good place as an organization. So that's usually always my, you know, icebreaker, an initial challenge. And I'm serious about it. Maurice got it. You know, every rookie running back that's come in behind me has gotten it. And I think the advice I would say is, you know, trust yourself. You know, you got yourself here through hard work, through studying. You have to be able to trust yourself. You're the CEO when you're out there on the field. You want to learn as much as you can so you can play fast. But when it's game time, when it's go time, it's time to compete. You know, you want to be able to store all those processes so that you don't have to really overthink it. And now you'll be able to just trust your ability, trust your eyes, because it won't lead you wrong. I firmly believe that the running back position is 90% instincts and reactions. The other 10%, you just got to know the game. But you want to let your talent shine.
Hopefully we find the right guys. Hopefully they found those guys. They're there every draft, right? They're a bunch of gems. You can go in the top 10 like Freddie did, or they can find you in round 4 like Kyron Williams or the Rams where they came from.
Oh, yeah.
So hopefully we've got that kind of talent. All right, Fred, enjoyed it as always. Thanks a bunch. We'll talk to you next week.
Look forward to talking to you about the dinner next week.
Yeah,
let's do it, man. Looking forward to it.
All right, thanks, Freddie.
Thanks, Fred.
Guys.
There he goes.
There he goes. That's our Monday morning running back. I mean, we got Baselli in the hall. Fred's next.
Yeah.
We
didn't get invited to the dinner.
To the rookie
Tony
dinner?
didn't call us and invite us to the dinner.
That's
it all starts with Dan Hicken and Jeff Prosser.
Thank you.
We have a lot of pearls
there too, especially
a lot of pearls of wisdom to share with the youngsters.
Oh man, we can tell them. They probably should at this point
covered them all.
Bring a couple of wary, old, wise, sage media veterans like ourselves to shoot real with them.
Shoot it real.
Listen, guys, man. I mean, I don't know what to tell you.
We were here before you. We'll be here after you.
We will.
Don't be bombastic.
Yeah. Santos Stevens once made fun of my shirt in the locker room. I told him that, and a week later he was gone.
Damn it, Santo! Shout out.
Santo made fun of his shirt, ET. I said, well, Santo, this shirt will be here.
There's something about hearing the game live that makes it all come to life. Feel the energy on 1010XL, Jacksonville Sports Radio.
Hacker here, taking you back exactly 1 year this week. I was only 9 weeks into Awaken 180 and had already dropped 54 pounds. Seriously, that's like shedding a first grader in just over 2 months. That's wild, right? Fast forward to today, 2 months into my maintenance, and I'm still down over 115 pounds. Not a pound put back on. It's like Awaken 180 gave my weight a permanent eviction notice. Now listen up. We all want to have goals, but sometimes they seem to be far-fetched. This one won't be. Dropping 40 pounds by the 4th with Awaken 180. It's doable when you have a proven program with an excellent coach by your side. Weekly weight loss, enjoying the ride, and reaching your goal. We all did it. No reason you can't. Set your goal, make the call, and reach 40 by the 4th with the solution for weight loss. Online at awaken180weightloss.com or call 844-346-1800.
Hey, it's one of life's most important decisions. If you're 18 years or older, you just got married, you just got divorced, you have family. Of course you want to take care of them, right? That's why I'm here to tell you about Matt Hinson and the Hinson Law Firm. Matt's the attorney, I'm not. But have you done your last will? Matt wants to know, I want to know. Something you need to do. You may not want to do it, but you need to do it. And it's not that hard. Listen, you work hard for your money. You make the decisions where your money's going to go. It also helps minimize income, gift, and estate taxes. Matt Hinson's your guy. He'll listen. He'll help you with your decisions, provide you all the information needed so you're at ease with your choices. It's a Hinson Law Firm. You got questions, reach out to Matty. He's got the answers. 527-1700, 904-527-1700. Office is Jacksonville, Florida. Gang, don't let the state decide your fate.
Checkmate coatings. Your floor's missing piece. Premium flooring. Take our advice. Home business, affordable price. Driveways, pool decks, garage doors, beautiful patios, and more to explore. Checkmate coatings. Your floor's missing piece.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. Home of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Okay, here we go with our final lightning round on Potty Talk. Top 3 answers on the board. Ready? Okay. The best way to save money when your faucets or pipes are leaking.
Roland Reese Plumbing.
Something to help you avoid clogged sewers and drains.
Roland Reese Plumbing.
The technical term for that ba-whoosh sound when a toilet flushes correctly.
Roland Reese Plumbing.
Roland Reese Plumbing is always the right answer. Roland Reese Plumbing, 260-7059.
What's happening, folks? Your main man ET here, and I know that getting into an auto accident is stressful, but getting the proper care doesn't have to be. That's why I recommend McGowan Spinal Rehabilitation Center. Even if you're at fault, your insurance covers you. And remember, you have the right to choose your own doctor. Even minor accidents can cause whiplash and years of lasting pain if left untreated. So don't wait. Call the auto accident experts at McGowan Spinal Rehabilitation. Your recovery starts today.
I've been having knee problems for probably 6 months, and my knee was getting worse, and I had heard about Southeast Orthopedics on the radio, and I gave them a call. They got me right in. Dr. Kevin Murphy did it. It was painless, and it's been doing fantastic. This is Patrick Malarkey, and I highly recommend Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Hey, Hicken here. So much of what makes us a family takes place in our homes. That's where Zero Res comes in. I love Zero Res, and this month get Zero Resified from Jacksonville's #1 carpet and air duct cleaner with May Mayhem. A 3-room special starting at $149 plus the 4th room is free. You owe it to yourself and your family to breathe healthy, happy, and clean. Call Zero Res 28757 or go online at ZeroResJacksonville.com and say you want the Hicken special. Zero Res, spell it forwards or backwards. It's the right way to clean.
Zero Res.
Something big is coming, and 1010XL is about to reveal it. Join 1010XL all day Thursday for the big reveal. Delivered by Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic and Air Conditioning, and Renewal by Anderson, Custom Windows and Doors.
Hey, this is Coach Jason Gibson of your Jacksonville Sharks. I know the importance of a strong game plan, and that's exactly what I've got with Clay Solar Installation Partners. They did the install of the solar panels at my house, and I couldn't be happier. Lower energy bills, clean power, and a winning team that made the whole process easy. If you're looking to save money and go solar, trust the pros at Clay Solar. Call Karen at Clay Solar today and tell them that Coach Gibson sent you.
Frank Frangie here. For 3 generations, Nimnik has been the place customers keep coming back to, treating you right, giving the most back to our community, more choices and better prices for you. So who has put in the most years and stands behind a better experience? Well, the answer is simple. Nobody but Nimnik. Nimnik Buick GMC is proud to be the #1 Buick GMC dealer in Jacksonville, earned by treating customers with courtesy, respect, and fairness. All part of Nimnik's Treating You Right guarantee. The most Buicks, GMCs, and Jacksonville's only Car Bravo dealer. Nobody but Nimnik. Nimnik is there for you even on Sundays. Nimnik Buick GMC understands that weekends might be the only time you have available, and that's why they're open on Saturdays from 9 to 7 and Sundays from 11 to 5. Visit their showroom off Phillips Highway or shop online 24/7 at nimnikbuickgmc.com. That's nimnikbuickgmc.com. Head to Nimnik today. GMC, we are professional grade.
This is Molly McDonald with your 1010XL Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update brought to you by TopDressing.com. The University of North Florida softball team achieved a historic milestone this weekend by capturing their first ever ASUN championship title. The top-seeded Ospreys secured a 5-4 victory over the number 2-seeded Eastern Kentucky in the tournament final this past Saturday. Ospreys star pitcher Allison Benny was awarded the ASUN Tournament MVP, earning an automatic bid to the NCAA tournament and will compete in Columbia Regional this upcoming weekend. The North Florida baseball team also won big this weekend, securing a series sweep over Queens University, with Ospreys senior Connor Moore piercing a walk-off double that propelled the North Florida Ospreys to a 9-8 extra inning winning game. The Ospreys will next hit the road to face the South Florida Bulls for a midweek matchup tomorrow with first pitch at 6. It's 75 degrees at 9 o'clock. Time and temp brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Time to talk some indoor football.
Would you rather face a shark or a crocodile, guys?
Neither. How's that?
Well, if you had to pick one.
Not winning either one.
Crocodile?
Yeah, I guess. I don't want either one of them. I want no part of it.
I cannot run a shark.
You know, I'm sure. I was thinking about this when Coach walked in today. We've been talking about Travis Hunter all day and all this prospect. I'm sure the arena guys, the indoor guys, like, yeah, what's the big deal? We play both ways. Remember when it started? You had to. Wasn't that the rule?
I was that guy.
Did you play back then? I knew you played arena. So when you played, the rule was most of your team had to play both ways.
Everybody but 2 players.
Okay.
So I played a wide receiver DB.
That was kind of a little bit cooler than it is now, where it's more specialized because you really have to be able to.
Better be an athlete.
Have to do both. Yeah, I think I'll take a crocodile.
Boy, I bet Travis Hunter would be good in arena ball.
You think?
Oh, you think?
Think have him for a game?
Probably cold to himself.
This Saturday only, Travis Hunter suiting up for the Sharks. Let's make that happen.
My man loves football so much he might be willing to do it. The Jags probably going to put the kibosh on that one.
They wouldn't let that happen.
But anyway,
let him sign a waiver.
You get
Did you guys see? Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah,
Did
no.
you see that the Bengals rookies weren't participating in minicamp because there's a certain waiver that organization that when they have to? I mean, it's just on the cheap.
Again,
Mike Brown for you.
Yeah.
Where's the commissioner, dude? You should. This should not be
I saw
able
that
to come up.
the Shamar Stewart guy didn't do it. Then
yeah.
I just saw the second round pick wasn't going to participate either, and I was like, uh-oh, something's up.
Remember a few years ago it was the offset language. That was the one that would keep like there'd be the whole league would be signed, but like 2 or 3 guys, and they tell it was the offset language. But I don't know how the Bengals by league rule would be allowed to have some sort of waiver that no one else uses.
Bengals head coach Zach Taylor said they're just working through their contracts right now.
Yeah.
But I think there's more to it.
Dude, if you were scheduled to be on the field and you're not, that's a major disruption, isn't it, Coach?
Yeah.
It doesn't sound like much to
You
fans.
don't have- you can't just bring in whoever you want to bring in.
You do your whole offseason like scheduling based on something, and then no one shows. What would you do if you had a no-show first day of practice, Coach? How'd that work?
Oh boy,
me at my level.
Yeah,
or at their level?
that'd be their last day of work.
That way, there wouldn't be no more work. We're not coming. I just go get some more.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, coming off a bye week, what was your goal in the bye week? And
healthy, man.
Yeah, and any movement on that front? I know running back injuries continue to be an issue. You told me you signed a kid out of FAU.
Well, we traded. We traded for Larry McCammon.
Okay, that's the FAU running back.
Yeah, we'd kind of eyed him earlier in the year, or in the offseason anyway. So he's pretty good running back. So we'll bring him in. We picked up Javarius Davis, local guy, DB out of Auburn.
904.
Yeah. So picked him back up. He was in the CFL. He wound up coming back. He was with the Dolphins for a couple years. So at DB,
it's good to get that kind of experience on your roster. There's a confidence probably that comes with those guys that have been up for cups of coffee or other camps.
Yeah, you get some guys in. We got a couple other guys in. Tyler King's back, thank God, and for running back. So we were practicing there real thin there for 2 weeks. I mean, for 2 weeks we were in practice. We were right at 21, and that's kind of hard to do when you're talking off air about going both ways.
Yeah.
These guys don't go both ways. So if one guy gets hurt, Dominic Jackson's one of our line's really good, and we have 3 linemen in practice. So last week there was a bug going around. He come to practice. He was on his deathbed. He was sick. Well, if you take one lineman out, you can't practice because there's only 3 linemen.
Right.
It's not like you can go.
It's different.
It's different.
Not going down to the practice squad and get a fill-in or a scout team.
But our practice squad was thin because we got hammered with so many injuries. There was a flu bug going around. Guys were sick. It was insane. But this week,
kind of getting back up to speed.
I've got an extra lineman at practice. We got an extra nose guard at practice. Davis is in, so more running backs, more skill players.
I know any level of football is so predetermined by the kind of quarterback play you get, and it's your quarterback. I mean, my words, not yours. Kind of slumped a little bit. I felt like for a couple of games, but had a bounce back game against Iowa.
Yeah, he did well.
Looked like and
did well. We still got.
You need that, right? I mean, he's got to play at that ceiling that you've seen him play at times. He made a big difference in turning things around last year, and he's shown at times the difference maker he can be. And is he growing into that? What level of experience? How many years has he been playing?
His third.
Okay, so he's still learning.
Won an IFL championship.
Yeah. Okay.
With Northern Arizona.
Okay, right out of the gates then.
Yeah, right out of the gate. So he's been there and won the game. It's just like all the players, we expect he got to play at a high level. I mean,
right.
We got the players. So yeah, he had a good game. I think he had almost 200 yards of offense and 6 total touchdowns is what you got to get out of him.
You have a very unique schedule, a quirk here. The last team you played, Iowa at home, led the league in passing, and they were near the bottom in rushing. And now you're going to have a team coming in this week,
Flip-flop.
Fishers. It's flip-flop. They're number 1 in the league rushing.
They lead the league in rushing.
And they're not as good passing. So I wonder, how does that match up with your squad?
Well, the struggle for us is going to be, it's a physical game when you play a team that's going to run the ball 80-20, big time. And then you play them back-to-back.
Oh, yeah, you're going to go up there and play them right after the next week.
A short week. So you got to play them back-to-back. So you're going to play somebody that's going to ground and pound. And we run the ball pretty darn good, too. So, but they're like 4th in the league in rushing defense.
Timeout.
Oh, boy, here he comes.
Uh-oh.
He's been researching something over there.
So you just dropped this knowledge on the listener.
Oh, God, here he comes.
What?
Okay, good. What do we got?
So my man just sat there and told us that the Iowa squad.
That's what he told me.
That was impressive.
He just told me, though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, y'all thought you researched.
I thought he dug deep on that one.
No, all right.
Here we got
I thought
Iowa
for sure I was going to get
chucking
double
the ball.
back.
You're sitting there looking at him going,
and then we come in with the.
Did you confirm that or
no?
Okay.
I was just looking at happy birthday messages.
You were impressed, weren't you?
Yeah.
I was impressed.
Yeah, he told me.
He dropped that Fisher's Freight. Is who we're playing this week.
Yeah.
I'm happy. I just know it's Fisher's Freight
well,
coming in.
Okay.
And I think we've learned. Where are they from?
They're Indy.
Indy. Yeah. Home of the great Fisher, Indianapolis.
Sure.
Indiana.
All right.
That was good.
It's just like a race town.
No, but it's a good stat. It's a
heck of a stat. It's a flip-flop.
Flip-flop.
It's a great challenge for you guys.
Right.
Yeah, that's all. That was good.
And then
that's a little pre. We have a little pre-meeting before we get going. It's like a guide the listeners through the important.
Very good.
Attributes. Is ET back to full strength? A lot of people are wondering if he's bringing his A game yet as the MC down there.
Yeah, I happen to actually. I think I know his dance moves are good because in the fourth quarter break, they were doing the dance.
Dance for your dinner.
Dance for your dinner.
Dance for your dinner.
Okay.
Yeah.
I saw he was out there grooving.
You were able to look because you had a comfortable lead.
Yeah, that's fair.
I look out there and I see ET out there grinding and dancing, moving his hips. I thought, okay, he's back.
Wow. Was that accurate, E?
I can confirm.
Do you feel at full strength? Like, what do you up the level of physicality week to week now as we head toward the end of the season, or have you hit your physical ceiling already?
Man, I'm not at the physical ceiling, but that thing is still mental.
Yeah.
So like I'll kind of like flop myself over the barriers as opposed to hopping over.
Yeah,
like
I need to see some hopping. Starting to think about maybe some back handsprings.
I don't know about all that.
Right? Some handsprings.
During the dance for the dinner, do you at any point rip your shirt off?
Season 1.
What about twerk? Do you twerk when you do that?
Never.
Okay.
Ain't never gonna be no twerk.
As you get
Men
older,
shouldn't twerk, should they?
That is
as you
correct.
get older, when plays happen on the field, when I was younger, when somebody's coming at you, you jump over the wall.
Coach, we had
now it's more like you just kind of slide over the wall.
Yeah, slide over the wall. Yeah.
Coach, we had another media on media sprint off this weekend.
We did.
In the
you catch
national
that,
world
E?
or here?
I caught it
Locally?
live.
They all challenge, including E, have all challenged the legendary, the great,
the Gazelle,
Marcel Robinson. And guess who challenged him this week in a surprise move?
Okay, hold on.
I wasn't
a media
surprised.
member?
It was a surprise for me.
So there's a media member that challenged your coworker at CBS 47 Action News.
Marcel Robinson, the fastest
right.
media member.
Yeah, right.
I don't know. There is no. This media town is for the most
It's
part.
somebody who works
old.
here.
You know
We're
him well.
old.
Somebody who works here.
Graham Cam.
You know him well.
Along those lines, though.
Yoda.
Yoda. The all-knowing one, Yoda. Wise.
Damn it,
Yoda, who's young, 22, maybe 20. I don't know how Yoda is.
Yoda's got legs are too short. He's not winning that race.
Surprisingly, Coach, in the 40-yard sprint, which Marcel, by the way, has been clocked like 4.4. Marcel
Still?
No.
Oh.
I don't think so. I don't know.
Ain't no way.
My man's getting ready to do some signing.
Okay.
Marcel ran it with the Sharks before you came.
Yeah, he did.
And ran a legit, I think it was 4.445. Is that correct?
I think it was about 4.5, but yeah, he did.
Anyway, Yoda had a quick start. And
Did they actually race each other already?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, they
Okay, was this at camp? Where did this happen?
At camp.
Okay.
They all were you there, E?
Oh, I was there.
On the field? Were they on the actual field?
They were on the parking lot, right in front of
It's
it.
going to end badly.
See, if Dan and I raced in the parking lot, we would topple. Like when you get old, you start toppling forward if you try and go too fast.
Yes.
So we couldn't race in the parking lot.
No.
We damn near fall on our hands at the end.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, it would be bad.
Who
So
won?
Marcel. But Yoda had a quick start, which surprised me. I give Yoda credit.
How much did he beat him by?
He pulled away.
Yeah,
He
I
pulled
can't.
away,
Yoda,
right?
I would.
All
That
right,
was
I
an
gotta
easy
see
one.
this, Marcel.
Yeah. How old is Marcel? Is there any chance he can catch?
Marcel
he
about my
catch.
age.
Did he play up there at Camden?
Marcel.
Where's he from? Isn't he from Camden?
He from Georgia.
Marcel went to Terry Parker High School.
Oh, okay, whatever.
But worked in high school, but played semi-pro football, and is still a
He's wiry.
He's a
though.
flag guy.
football phenom.
He's wiry though.
And he won't let it go. It's way
Whoa,
past his
How
prime.
old is he? 37?
He got to be about my age.
Yeah.
He's probably
too late.
Yeah.
I
That's too
told.
bad.
I was like, Marcel,
We
you
had
better
an in
stop.
with the Sharks
He's gotta
coach
stop.
too.
But I'm like 4.4.
Coach, if you would, anybody who challenges Marcel, he continues to
Listen to me. If
will
you
take
ever
on
get
the
to the
challenge.
point, if it ever gets so bare bones, we're hiring media members, I quit. You don't want any part of that. All right, got a home game this week. Fisher coming to town. Gonna have to stop that run. Physical game, and you know just the phone number for the folks to call right now. If they need it.
Always make sure they call. It's going to be packed when it's tie-dye night. It's
Nice.
crazy.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
So they've got.
Hey, ET, will you be on LSD or no?
I'm gonna say that for the other
all right,
folks.
good.
So they got tie-dye jerseys, tie-dye footballs. They're pretty cool. I've seen all these gimmick footballs all the years. I got to tell you, this is probably the coolest one I've seen.
Okay.
Yet, so.
Yeah, because we're
Anyway.
done with the Ospreys. That UNF thing didn't work well for us. That's what we said. That's not your words. Those are ours. All right.
Anyway, 904-621.
By the way,
0700 for those tickets.
JackSharks.com
Yeah, it's a big one
And-
this Saturday.
and we have tickets right now,
Yes, we do.
Okay, cool.
so we can give away
Freebie.
some.
That's even better.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, it's better for them, not for you, but nonetheless, it's still.
I'm telling you, we do
the bigger the crowd, the more excitement we have.
We do the autograph session at the end of the game, and I always ask people, "Is this your first game?" And I always get, hey, that's my first game, or hey, I'm an Iceman fan. This was fantastic. I love
Good.
it. So it's always fun to get people at the game because if they come, they'll come back.
Jacksonville is a great.
It really
y'all
is.
are lucky. Y'all, the Sharks and the Icemen and the
Shrimp, they're
Shrimp,
all
all
us.
very lucky that that's
Our
this
fans-
town.
our fans
they
are
support.
so good,
And
man.
and by the way, What's really impressive to me about that, about our town, just about that support, is that often once you get a major league team, that suffers. And it didn't suffer here. Having the NFL here hasn't cost the Jumbo Shrimp any fans or the Iceman or you.
Yeah. It's great to go around town and people know who you are.
And people like the affordable aspect of some of these leagues as well. So, all right, appreciate you, my man. Good luck this weekend. We'll talk to you next Monday. You can get your tickets at jacksharks.com. Back with more next.
For most people, noon means lunchtime.
What's wrong with lunch?
At 1010XL, it means
helmets and heels.
Mia, Lauren, and Taylor.
You understand lunch.
Lunch, friends, and sports talk.
Weekdays, noon to 2.
On 1010XL.
Are you thinking about a pool for your home? Blue Haven Pools is Jacksonville's largest pool builder. They've built pools for over 20,000 satisfied families since 2000. It's never been easier to design the perfect pool for your home, family, and budget. Call Blue Haven Pools today at 904-620-0090 to get a free in-home estimate for your in-ground pool, or visit bluehaven.com. Don't let another summer pass by without a pool. Join thousands of happy Jacksonville pool owners in a Blue Haven pool.
It's Work Zone Awareness Week, Florida. Every year, lives are lost in work zones because of speeding and distractions. When you see orange cones, remember, slow down, follow the signs, and stay focused. Workers are counting on you to get home safely, and so are their families. Let's work together to prevent crashes and save lives. A safety reminder from the Florida Department of Transportation. Slow your roll. Safety's the goal.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
Don't be sidelined from an injury that keeps you out of the game. Get the care the pros receive. Now available at Injury Care Centers, newly FDA regenerative treatments that will significantly shorten your recovery time. Sprains, strains, fractures, post-op surgeries, cut your recovery time in half or shorter. Masking pain just makes it worse. Fix it now. Call 904-783-0008. That's 904-783-0008. Injury care starts at Injury Care Centers.
Cool Cats Heating and Cooling, the coolest cats in town, setting the standard in our hometown. Quality service, the best around. Coolidge is the cat that cares about your heating and about your air. Cool Cats Heating and Cooling, the coolest cats in town.
Hey, say goodbye to glasses and contacts with customized vision treatments at Bowden Associates. Hey, it's Hicken here. Dr. Bowden and his expert team bring you the latest options. Evo implantable Collamer lenses, refractive lens exchange, traditional LASIK. Tailored just for you, man. Imagine waking up to clear vision. No hassle, no fuss. Ready to see the difference? Here's what you do. You call now or you visit BowdenEye.com and get that free screening. Bowden Associates, keeping the First Coast focused.
Enhance your home with Renewal by Anderson's superior craftsmanship and timeless design. Right now, buy 2 windows or patio doors and get the third at 60% off. Plus, 0 down, no payments, and no interest for 12 months. This offer expires May 31st. Renewal by Anderson, proud partner of the Florida Gators. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation.
License number CGC 1527613.
You've probably heard the saying, it's not how hard you get hit, it's whether or not you get back up. Well, I'm attorney Brett Hastings, and I have a saying of my own. If you get hit with a personal injury or wrongful death, hit back and fight to make them pay. At Hastings Injury Law, we have the experience you want if you or a loved one suffer a car or trucking accident or wrongful death. Just call 904-HIT-BACK and we'll help you get up and hit back. Office is Jacksonville.
Take your shot at the PGA Championship with 1010XL's You Pick'em contest.
All right, boys, let's go do this.
Win $1,000 of jewelry from Beard's Diamonds. Whoa. Opened up by Pella Windows and Doors. Enter at 1010XL.com.
Calling all fun-loving citizens of Northeast Florida. Freedom Boat Club needs your help. Lisa the Botanista has gone missing. She left a note that said gone boating. But here's the thing. Freedom Boat Club has 4 local locations, Julington Creek, Jack's Beach, and 2 in St. Augustine, and over 400 locations across the world. That's a lot of water to cover. Is she water skiing on the Ozarks, whale watching in the Pacific, or island hopping in Spain? Or hiding right here at the Black Creek rope swing, or docking at the Conch House? Wait, has anyone checked Fort George Island? Too much to do on the water, so Freedom Boat Club is offering our best discount of all time, so you can help search. You simply make your reservation, show up, and have fun. I gotta go. I'm hopping on a boat to the fish camp for live music and lunch. Maybe I'll find the Botanista there. Or better yet, maybe you'll join us with the best discount ever and enjoy boating made simple. Don't blame us when you start playing hooky too. Visit freedomboatclub.com.
Here's Linda Beaver.
Mayday, mayday, mayday.
Come in, Linda. Over.
We've got a sea of new vehicles and they're priced so low they're rocking the boat. Come check out our biggest selection of inventory with prices that don't break the bank and our wow ya experience that will ensure smooth sailing for your next car purchase. Plus, take advantage of our peace of mind warranties, transparent pricing to provide you with a peace of mind. You better beat the surge and head to the all-new Beaver Toyota or Chevrolet for the car buying experience you deserve.
Your yard starting to look a little like a jungle? Well, it might be time for a little TLC. Or how about RTC, Russell Tree Care? At Russell Tree Care, they give your trees the perfect haircut. Whether it's trimming or removing, they'll make sure your yard looks its best, all while keeping safety as a top priority. Call Russell Tree Care today and let them take care of your trees. Russell Tree Care, 844-4Mr. Wood. That's 844-467-9663. Or visit RussellTreeCareLLC.com today. Your trees will thank you.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
1, 2, 3. I want to say happy birthday to you. I want to say happy birthday to you.
Oh, yeah.
I want to say happy.
Thank you for all the well wishes. Thank you to all the Googans. Appreciate it. Good times.
Where are you at on your Knicks team tonight against?
Worried.
Celtics, they got that game 3, which now just puts it right back, can get on schedule if Boston could get one more. I don't know. I don't know how to feel about this. There's a part of me thinks that if a team comes back on the road and wins 2 games they were down 20, they're going to win the series.
Yeah.
There's a part of me that can't get away from that.
Yeah.
But this is such an odd series from the standpoint of, for the most part, for most of the minutes that the Celtics and Knicks have been on the court together this year, they've not just been ahead, they blistered them at a 2-1 pace. Now, you got to take out these 12 and 6 and 8 minute blocks that have led to a couple of losses. But even in the regular season, 3 of the wins were double digits. They would seem to have everything in place. But, man, those 2 blown leads.
I tell you what I'm getting tired of as a Knicks fan is, 23-8 at the start of the game. I mean, fellas, the game starts. The tip is, if it's at 8:10, we got to be ready to play at 8:10, not at 9:45. I mean, let's go. You can't, they have gotten behind every game. And I was thinking as I was watching the game Saturday,
right where you got them, where we want them.
No. I thought at some point when you get down 20, you lose by 30.
Yeah. And you know what happens in that too, Dan? You reestablish Boston's confident dominance. When you let them get the Knicks would have been well served for that to be a 3 to 5 point game all afternoon.
Yes.
Make them fight you for that win. But for Boston,
because I feel like tonight's game will be close, but what if Boston wins? Then everything's lost.
You know what I feel, Dan? I feel like Boston's going to, for the 4th game in a row, build that 20-point lead. That's what allowing them to do that.
That can't happen.
That's what that kind of opened up again, I feel
now,
like. So.
Again, this is sour grapes from a Knicks fan, but my God, they ref this game differently for Cat versus their guys. I watch Cat get just beat up inside, and then I watch us with some of these ticky-tack fouls, and just annoys the living crap out of me. But that's just the fan. You're down by 25 points. It's not just the officiating. So, and we got to defend the 3, man. Defend the 3. Now, somebody had a good point, man. Boston has 5 3. When Al Horford hits the first 3, and, then you're just like, oh, boy.
Yeah, it's just so you run into so many dangers if you're the Knicks and you get blown out like that. Like the reestablishment of the confidence, the shooting stroke, just a lot. It probably helped Boston to get out of town. And I know the Knicks have a good home court, but man, you're probably just feeling the because the Knicks tried. They got down 20-something. They made that one little, they got it to what, Hick? Maybe 12 or 14 at one point?
It wasn't much.
But that's how those other ones started.
I know,
so I had my attention, but
yeah.
I was out watching it with, some buddies, and I just, it just wasn't going to happen.
It wasn't going to happen, dude.
That was going to be a day where I saw an interesting question.
What is our game on tonight? Because this is important.
What are you talking about?
What channel?
Oh,
is it back to TNT?
I'll tell you. Hold on.
Or is it an ESPN?
They do bounce back. It's with no rime or reason. They bounce between ESPN and TNT.
Yeah.
Tonight you are on. Okay. See, I'm. Yeah, ESPN.
We're on ESPN tonight?
Yeah, we got ESPN.
You sure?
Yeah, ESPN has the doubleheader tonight. Celtics, Knicks, and then T-Wolves, Warriors.
Well, we're screwed. We're 0-8 on ESPN. In the second round, the last 3 years, we're 7-1 on TNT.
Wow.
Yeah.
Boston a 6.5-point favorite.
It's the curse of Stephen A.
Minnesota 5.5-point favorites at Golden State. That seems a little thick.
I don't think so. I think Golden State is terrible without Curry.
Yeah, Draymond.
I watched.
They don't have enough offense.
Jimmy Butler can score, but who else? They got Kuminga to step up a little bit.
Kuminga had a big game. His best game ever. He had 30 the other night.
And they still lost.
This is going to be we're definitely going to have a little referendum here on the Jimmy impact because this team is still as good as his Heat teams without Steph.
Yeah.
All right, so that's what you got to do. Can Jimmy, he's good enough. They're good enough to win a game here at home.
Biggest news in basketball today, though, comes off the court.
The draft lottery order.
Well, that's true, but no, that's not it.
Okay.
By the way, you don't even have a pick.
Why not? Oh, we traded it?
Yeah.
Great.
So
awesome.
And what could it be worse than that is if you get the pick tonight.
Who has our pick anyway? Do you know?
I just read
That'd be awesome.
because I was like, I was going to ask you that question.
I don't know. I just know that we fell out of the first round.
Is it the DeJounte Murray trade? Maybe.
And we're giving up first in that deal.
Look it up. But I'm pretty sure I read the Hawks do not. It's not Cleveland. Anyway,
I'm gonna look at a mock draft. That's probably the fastest way to.
But as you do that, I'll tell you this: breaking news is that Giannis Antetokounmpo, for the first time, open to exploring his options outside of Milwaukee. He's 30 years old right now, in the prime of his career. Giannis Antetokounmpo is ready to roll out of Milwaukee, I think.
Yeah, heck of a player. I'm just curious. Why did they stop winning? Why did it get? Why did it?
You tell me.
Why did it turn down so quickly? The real superstars, you can
understood.
You can fiddle with the pieces around them, and they're still a viable, potential champion.
Mm-hmm.
The Bucks didn't go to another final and lose, did they? Or did they?
No,
they just went to the one against Phoenix and won.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see where the Hawks who got. No, we pick. We have pick 13 from Sacramento.
Sacramento.
No, we have a pick. We're scheduled to pick 13th.
Yeah, I don't think so, Jeff.
I'm looking at the mock drafts. It says it's from Sacramento, not to Sacramento.
I think Sacto can take it back. Is
that what it is?
I read an article. Let me see if I can find it. Because it was on ESPN.
Yeah, and the only reason that's news to me is because of everything that I've looked at, we have 2 first-round picks. We have one that is where we finished.
Maybe that's it.
And then we had another one that was down like around 20 or something.
All right, here's what I read. Hold on. I think I got it right.
Yeah, so we have another pick, 22 from the Lakers.
No. Here's what I read.
Okay.
You tell me. I mean, this is your team.
No, I'm not going to claim I'm on top of their draft stuff. I just know that every mock draft I've seen,
Atlanta Hawks via Sacramento, number 1 pick odds 0.8, top 4 pick odds 3.8. What we're hearing on the Hawks and Kings, Sacramento only keeps this pick if it jumps into the top 4.
Okay.
Otherwise, it stays with Atlanta. In other words, so Sacto gets the pick if you win the lottery, which would be the worst.
We don't get it at all? There's no
It says Sacramento only keeps this pick if it jumps into the top 4. Otherwise, it stays with Atlanta. That would be an obvious coup for the Kings, but those odds are at 3.8%.
That's also a coup for Atlanta if it doesn't go into the 4. And especially last year, they had the same odds. They were the same spot. They were the best of the play-in losers.
My point is,
and they got
can't
the number
get
1.
Cooper Flag.
No, it's impossible. Yeah, I knew that.
Oh, you already knew that?
Yeah.
So if you get to the top 4,
actually, I didn't know that.
You lose the pick.
No, I didn't know that. I thought we could still have the minuscule chance to get number 1.
Yeah, you have no chance.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I don't care, Dan.
I know you don't.
Yeah, I mean, I'll talk about
that would be worse than That would be worse.
Oh, yeah. If
You
have the
winning it tonight
Yeah.
would be awful.
100%.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All
No, I'm not going to find some silver lining in having the number one. And by the way, what trade is that? That's going back to Kevin Herter and
yeah.
I mean,
it's that. Yeah, is it
that
Kevin
is
Herter?
DeJounte, but he came. That was probably a three-way.
Okay.
The Hawks are.
All right. Before we go to break, I wanted to mention this because this is fair. New rankings coming out in college baseball, right? The Gators, I see 23rd in the college baseball on 3, but where will FSU end up, right? FSU could move up to number 1, but they're jumping SEC teams over them. If I'm FSU, I'm a little ticked. Not that I necessarily.
Where is FSU?
They're 2 in this
human polls. Okay, because I was looking at RPI, they were like 7 or 8. Well, they should be number 1. Did they win their games?
They won 2 out of 3 against Cal.
It's Cal.
But they were in the Pacific.
Well, I don't care about that.
The
That's their own
Atlantic
fault.
Coast.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, right. It's a little trip down Tobacco Lane.
Yes. But I'm just saying it's.
Well, sure. Could put them number 1 then. I don't know. I don't care. It sounds like I did. Who was number 3 and what'd they do?
Well, LSU jumped up in this poll, so
to number 1.
Yeah.
Well, it sounds like the SEC, probably deserves a little bit of extra street cred. You got all those teams in the top 10.
Yeah.
But FSU, I think, has proven how good they are. They've been doing it all year long, and they'll be I think one thing Florida's doing, and this is not terrible, is they're playing their way out of that Tallahassee regional.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, wouldn't you rather? Although,
if Giannis were going to leave, you know who's going to swoop in and get him? Who do you think?
The Lakers?
No. I got one, though.
All right. If Giannis leaves, who would swoop in and get? Is this just a suggestion?
Yeah.
How about Dallas?
That's a good guess, but no, I got another one that I think that we're going to retool. We've not been good the last few years.
Miami?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't this make sense?
They're always in the conversation.
Yeah. All right, we'll take a
I'd be
break.
okay with that.
Make the turn for home next right here on The Drill.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. Turn on the radio.
In your car, 92.5 FM and 1010 AM.
Would you like to drive for a while?
In your house, at the beach, on your phone, at the gym, on vacation, out of town.
Well, everyone knows that.
Download our free 1010XL app for all smart devices.
When you're experiencing sudden, unexpected dental pain, the last thing you want to hear is that your dentist can't see you until next week. That's why I'm so glad I found Harbor Dental Care. Whenever I call, they always find a way to see me within 24 hours, and they can usually fix whatever's wrong the same day. Plus, they have locations throughout Jacksonville, so no matter what side of town I'm on, I can always count on the same great care. If you want to find a dentist who believes in treating people right, learn more at harbordental.care. That's HARBOUR dental.care.
Jacksonville, Hicken here. I've been around the block in Checkmate Coatings. That's who I'm calling from my own place. Checkmate Coatings. Oh, man, your floor specialist, your MVP. Patios, driveways, garages, pool decks, they do it all. Checkmate Coatings. Learn the name. They're awesome. They're locally owned and operated. They got my guy Brendan running the show over there. BK Grad. Shout out to Brendan and his crew. No massive overhead means top quality floors at prices that score. Here's what you do. Visit checkmatecoatings.com. I'm telling you, you get a new garage floor. It's a game changer. Checkmate Coatings, your floor's missing piece.
Homeowners, storms don't wait, so why should you? Protect your home and your wallet with Universal Roof and Contracting. Save 15% on roof replacements and repairs now through May 31st. Financing is available with payments as low as $115. Call 855-ROOF-HELP for your free inspection. Universal Roof and Contracting. Protecting your home, building your trust. License number CCC 057165, CBC 125-8484.
UniversalRoof.com.
AA Automotive helps keep your vehicle in dependable and safe condition. Call Sam, Harry, or Joe, and they'll check your brakes, tires, fluids, electric, and motor, so your ride runs smooth on the road. That's AA Automotive on Richard Street.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam.
Life is about choices and the decisions you make. I'm David Robbins with Epstein & Robbins. If you're convicted of a DUI, you'll have to face severe consequences. Walking through the doors of the courthouse or appearing at a bond hearing can be extremely intimidating. Without the right lawyer, you're likely to make the wrong decision. Let our team help you make the right decisions in court. Epstein & Robbins, the right choice.
Epstein and Robbins, fighting for your rights since 1975.
This date in sports history is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On May 12, 2013, at the PGA Players Championship, legendary golfer Tiger Woods wins his second Players Championship and 78th Tour title.
Are you looking for a place to outfit your truck or van? It's Catlin Truck Accessories. For 105 years and 4 generations, Catlin is the name you can count on. This is Keith Catlin, and we know trucks and vans too, from Lear toppers, ladder racks, van shelving, strobe lighting, rolling lot bed covers, and everything in between. If you want quality products and great customer service, there's only one name. It's Catlin.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
For 105 years, you can count on Catlin.
Bueller.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Jason, I don't see how a new air conditioner is going to work out for me.
Well, you like air conditioning, right?
Oh, yeah, totally. But a new air conditioner could be expensive.
Well, not if you...
I mean, to save up the money, I probably have to give up my extra hot skim latte every morning. Now I fall asleep during a staff meeting, get volunteered for the summer picnic committee, and end up sitting in the dunk tank all afternoon getting water up my nose.
Okay, look at it this way. Put on these sunglasses. Whoa. Bueller Air and Plumbing puts in a new AC. We hook you up with affordable financing, and you stay cool and comfortable for just $149 a month. Cool?
Cool. I see it now.
Life can be hard on your budget. If you suffer through the heat because of a broken AC you could totally afford to replace, you could miss it.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
My son had a meniscus surgery a couple of years ago. When it's smooth as silk, Dr. Kevin Murphy did it. Was playing tennis in 2 weeks. This is Patrick Malarkey, and I highly recommend
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
David Garrard here. I've had the PRP treatment from Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, and my knees are really doing well. Platelet-rich plasma treatment may be the answer for whatever is hurting you.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to our website, CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com, and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
Hacker here with an opportunity. Drop 40 pounds by the 4th. You can do it. I dropped my first 40 in 6 weeks. Hayes did it, Dempsey, Ballou, and thousands of others have done it. 40 by the 4th with Awaken180weightloss.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the Cool Down with Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing. Keeping Jack's cool since 1987.
All right, welcome back. Yeah, listen, if I'm an FSU fan, I'm kind of annoyed. That we can't get up to number one. It's sort of bothered me.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah, they've had a really good year. They've been strong all year. I don't, again, this doesn't matter.
Really good in baseball and really good in softball. And in softball, it's kind of the same type of thing. They're 46-9 and they're 5th seed, And A&M, Oklahoma, Florida, and Arkansas. FSU has... No, they're 46-9. A&M is 45-9. They're the number one seed. Oklahoma's 45-7, but they lost 2 out of 3 to end their season at Florida. So maybe
softball. I got confused there.
Yeah, I'm going back and forth.
Yeah, because A&M, I'm like, well, I thought we just said, I know.
I'm just saying, if you're FSU fan,
kind of getting screwed in both.
Yeah, you're kind of getting screwed in both a little bit.
The one thing I will say though in these is you just got to be in the 8.
Oh,
like
sure.
More than any other sport, it matters less than basketball.
Yes.
Like the seed matters much less than the college basketball seed.
Mm-hmm.
It matters
less than the football even. Because if you're in the top 8, you get the same advantage as number 1. You play a home series.
Wednesday night, as good as it gets for you. That's schedule release night. It's coming up. We've speculated, but we'll find out. Kansas City, the Chargers, the Rams, Seattle, the Jets, Carolina, and the AFC South at home. And away we'll go to, obviously, the AFC South. And then we got to go west to Arizona. We got to go out west to Denver. We got Vegas. We got San Francisco. We got London. Got a lot of trips.
He says it looks like a 12-win schedule. I tend to agree with him.
Dub.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
I thought we were going to
This is unfortunate because we have to do the YouTube picks thing. I think we're doing it together as a team.
Mean? What are you talking about? Oh, because we're going to have to be fighting E on some...
No, it's like I'm going to have to be the bad guy here because he's, jumped in with this 12-5 nonsense.
That's a dub.
I know. That's a dub. E, what do you think?
That's a dub.
That's a dub.
Hey, I have a question for you before because Javon Curse, he's just sent me Javon Curse at the Bananas.
Bruh.
Dang, he's skinny, isn't he?
He's still ripped.
Is he ripped?
Is ripped. Look at him. The Freak was a good dude, too,
Yeah,
man.
he was.
I like the Freak.
He looks like he stayed in good shape. He's tall and thin and big. And he's the same old Javon Curse. Dang, boy, he took off his shirt. You ain't lying. Damn, the banana just fell. Oh, is this like a box of some? So he's boxing someone or something?
They're always doing little gimmicks.
Oh, is that what they do?
Yeah. They're about to have a dance contest.
Yeah, he's having a dance contest. That's good stuff. There was a poll, Hick, or a column, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
The most important game for each top 25 team.
Okay.
What's Florida's most important game? Because I can make arguments on
For us?
the front end and the back end, but I to me, there's it's the most important game is obvious for me.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think there's one game that is the most important game now, next year, the year after, until we get some bleep turned around. Personally.
You thinking Georgia?
I think the Georgia is the most important game for Florida. It's the most important. It is the measuring stick. It's a year that you should be able to play with them. You want to sell a storyline where with DJ Lagway, they were playing with him a year ago. You've got to win that game at some point and get that series turned back around. So I would say that the Georgia game is Florida's most important. Now, the Gators play a schedule with it just screams important. They have so many tough games.
Like the third game, we go to LSU. That's so important. Like if you could somehow win that game, you got LSU and Miami and Texas A&M all in a row.
Yeah, but how do you determine which is more important?
Well, yeah.
Like I would argue of those, it might be Miami. Because you lost to them last year.
Don't you want to go to Atlanta?
Yeah, no, I get it.
Yeah.
First, and that's a point. You could argue now. CBS's argument would be good news for Florida.
Yeah.
They say Tennessee is the most important for this reason. Now at the end of the year, this could determine the college football playoff position.
That would be great.
So if you're going to sell me the Tennessee game because Florida's 8-2 and has a chance to stay alive in the college football playoff scenarios, then yeah, I'm all for it. But it seems kind of late in the year to have for your most important game to be late in the year, you got to be further along than Florida is.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Ohio State's most important game, that could be late in the year, or Georgia's or anyone else's. But if you're an up-and-comer still looking to prove yourself at a next level, the most important game is going to come way before November. We're going to find out a lot more before then.
I don't know what's happening right now, but call the ITP partners and buy. The stock market has spiked up 1,000 points to start the day. Let's run.
That's
people.
Good. I am probably the least informed of a guy who has money sitting with somebody. That's why I have the ITP guys. I'll let them do the heavy lifting.
They got to do the heavy lifting, but I hope they're lifting over there today. I'm sure they are. What are you in the mood for? Some New York City headlines?
No, before we get there,
Okay.
I want you to tell me. I keep getting these stories of the chirpy Texas outfielder. What's the story behind that?
Oh, well, okay. So the kid's name's Jonah Williams. He's a true freshman, I think. Young kid.
Plays for Texas.
I didn't have as much of a. I get it. First off, I get it. He was chirpy. He got to the plate in the first.
Is this game one? The one that
Friday
Florida
game.
won.
Florida's up like 6-7-1, and he's playing. He's revved up. He's like I bring the juice guy.
Okay.
And the first pitch is a ball, and he's like. Staring at the pitcher and just too much. Way too much.
We've seen those kinds of batters in the majors.
Not like this. You got to go watch the at bat. He's out of line. I appreciate I didn't have as much problem as some Gator fans. And when I first saw it, you're like, well, what the hell? he gets down to first, and I think Brody Donay might have been playing first base that particular game, and he chirped at him, and Brody's a big dude. When
you would say chirp, what's he saying to him? You're getting your butt kicked, kid.
Correct. And I think Brody reminded him, hey, scoreboard, relax, bro. But it was like they struck him out later. I watched him yesterday. There was a fly ball to center field, and he totally misjudged it, misread it, and it fell in. It was a bad play on his part. He had a big hit on Saturday. So the coach I thought their coach handled it pretty well. He said, I just went out there and reminded him, listen, we love your enthusiasm, but, let's know where we're at. But he was out of line. He for sure was out of line. And quite honestly, I wouldn't have had a problem with Florida if they brought in, 98-mile-an-hour guy and he hit someone right between the shoulder blades.
Out of the baseball, rules as they were.
In that respect, he was, that wasn't.
Mr. Tennessee is predicting ITP partners better bring some cash next week because you and he are going to get in their pockets.
That's correct. At the Guggen.
Is that your matchup now? They're with you?
Well, we have.
Are they in a different group and you have a cross competition?
No. We will have one of our ITP partners. We'll have.
I thought it was like the Docs. It was usually you,
Doc
10,
T,
and the Docs.
Doc T will be there. No, Doc Murphy was one and done with us. He's got no time for that.
He's not done more than one. Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah,
that.
He was just a one and done.
Oh, okay.
We have
Whiskey Sunday kind of cooled him to the whole thing.
Yeah, we have our Lift Power friends coming, so that'll be fun. Yeah, we got a bunch of dudes.
Oh,
yeah. We'll have a good time over there.
And we're sorry to all you Googans that can't get in.
Yeah.
I mean, I hear you. There's 1,000 of you out there.
He's got some openings in his tournament. It's a lot of fun,
we'll
too,
get through hours, and then he's kind of like it's the same vibe as the Guggen, and there'll be spots, and we'll be there, and we'll party. How about that?
Yeah.
I'm definitely going to be lit.
Yes, and that's in June.
June 27th.
All right, let's do this.
Worst to take that I'll hear this month is this one.
Uh-huh.
From the text on Designed by Lifetime Enclosures. I don't take it personally, but this is like just an awful take.
Uh-huh.
Gator football schedule is not difficult this year. It was not difficult last year.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
we got no time for that.
That's asinine.
Doc T brings us to New York City headlines. MyPVConcierge.com. Hit it. Actual headlines from New York periodicals. Popular weatherman off the air after vague statement from station stuns fans.
I can only.
That means he done something.
The world of TV news could be anything, buddy. Who knows what? If there could have been a rodent involved, there could have been all kinds of stuff could be going on here.
Sacre bleu. Wild cocaine conspiracy surrounds European leaders traveling for Ukraine talks as frustrated Macron speaks out. Fake news.
Oh, yeah. So the French Parliament's not on blow. Right. That's surprising, not at all. Come on.
Diddy's mother, sons show up for day one of disgraced rap mogul's sex trafficking trial in NYC, where he faces life in prison if convicted.
It'd be hard not to chirp at mom. You did a great job, Mom!
Oh, dear.
Nice job, Mom!
Face to face with history, man stumbles across hoard of priceless coins while out for nature walk.
I mean, why don't I have this kind of luck? Everyone in Jacksonville's hitting these lotto scratch-offs. Every time I open a news page these days, someone here in Jacksonville just won $1 million for life.
Actual New York
When
City.
do we get ours?
I don't know. Actual New York City headline.
Rare coins? I mean, what is this stuff?
Stunned mother gushes over sitting next to football star on flight.
Oh, that's
Nicest
ours.
young man.
Yeah, that's ours. That's Travis Hunter. The biggest low-key humble brag there was, what's your name, young man? Travis. Didn't even tell her Hunter. That's so humble.
Lil Wayne's girlfriend accuses him of abuse, dumping her via text on Mother's Day. Diabolical.
Yeah, it's Lil Wayne and Big Girl. That's
What was her name again? I got to Google her.
Denise, was it? What was it?
No, I don't
Something
read that.
Badon or
Bidot.
Bidot?
They're back. Travis Taylor spotted in rare public sighting for Mother's Day outing in Philadelphia.
Travis Taylor.
Travis, Taylor spotted in rare public sighting.
I thought it was
Travis Taylor, the old Reebok product in Florida Gator. Travis Taylor.
Mom of Nuggets star steals show during playoff loss on Mother's Day.
How did she steal the show, I wonder?
I'm guessing they're insinuating she's a hottie.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
All right.
Lonely Sound. Last living Alcatraz inmate recalls haunting feeling of being locked up on Deathly Quiet Island that Trump plans to reopen.
All right.
Kayla Nicole shades Travis Kelce 3 years post-split over four-figure vet bill. I took full responsibility for our dogs.
You talk about not being able to move on. I couldn't imagine having been in a relationship with someone, boyfriend, girlfriend, and 4 years later still commenting on what went right and wrong in said relationship. I mean, at some point, you got to move on, baby.
Family's anguish. Swifty College co-ed was executed as she slept by career criminal who broke in, then went on shopping spree.
You're sleep. I mean, if somebody broke in, I don't think it's fair to characterize it as sleeping next to him like y'all were having a sleepover or something. That's a weird headline.
A double take. Arnold Schwarzenegger's son breaks his silence on dramatic weight loss and the one food he cut out to shed 30 pounds.
Yeah, that food was called Ozempic. Yeah, that's the one he cut out. You
know what's unfortunate now is like everybody.
You can't lose weight without being on Ozempic.
Weight,
yeah,
you're on Ozempic.
Yeah,
like nobody gets any credit.
Yeah.
You can sit there and say, "Hey, I did this. I made life changes." Yeah, sure you did.
Well, I mean, I did that like a couple of years ago, and for sure people think that I did.
Yeah.
Ozempic.
Like you couldn't, like when COVID was around, you couldn't cough without being, oh, you got COVID.
Same thing.
Real similar.
Play us out of here.
Now, the 2-minute drill. Serviced by Cool Cats Heating and Cooling. Locally owned and operated. We're your neighbors. CoolCatsJacks.com.
The coolest cats in town.
Yeah.
Mike Dempsey is here getting ready for Jaguars today on a Monday.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Must win tonight for the Knicks.
Must win.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Season determined. Will we go on to the Eastern Conference Finals? If we win tonight, yes. If we lose tonight, absolutely not.
I would tend to agree.
Yeah. That's all right.
Yeah.
Honestly, I mean, it's been a more competitive series already than I thought it would be. I still want them to win. I'll be disappointed if they go up 2-0 and lose it, but we'll find out
Nick
tonight.
talk.
Nick talk. What's cooking today?
Baselli coming on today.
TB?
On the program.
EVP.
Yeah.
EVP
Try to
TB.
Get all the best parts of the drill on today. And so
I like that.
Jeff will be stopping by later and then ET. So
Okay.
Beat you out, buddy. I see what happened. Well played, Michael.
Thank you very much. Now, we got Tony.
Give him hell. Give him hell.
Talk about being
Everyone's
in the job
happy.
for a couple of months. And everybody's happy right now. Now's a good time to come on.
What time is he scheduled to appear?
11:15 this morning.
Note to self.
Yes.
11:15. Get busy.
Yeah. Tuning in.
Busy. All right.
Have a great show.
Thank you very much.
Mike and Tony.
Yeah.
All coming up.
Jaguars today.
That's big.
Jaguars galore.
Yes.
All that next. It's been the Monday Morning Quarterback. We're live inside the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. We'll see you tomorrow.
Yep.
This is Green Bay Packers quarterback Aaron Rodgers.
This is Leon Washington from Andrew Jackson.